morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me kill this intro. Let me get on the screen. Let's get this thing right. Let's get it right. Get the intro out of here. All right, we there. All right, my camera looking a little bit. Let's adjust this slightly. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Let me try something out. So I've been working on some stuff, y'all. So let me see if this works. Let's get on the screen. There we go. Cedric, good morning. Charmaine, good morning. Harris Room Sports, good morning. Let's see. Beast, what's good? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Nita J, good morning. I got something for you as always. You know that.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Good morning, Keith. What's going on? Hey, Harris Room Sports, man. you know. So I heard somebody say if you ever want to get into doing live streams, you always have to be camera ready. You always got to be camera ready. So that's just something that stuck with me. So I always make sure, I got to line myself up, got to get myself right. Got to get myself right. Latanya, good morning. Maria's in the building. Good morning, Marie.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Zedric, we got crack showing in the dam now, very close to breaking. Talk to him. Talk to him. Y'all know whenever I'm not here, I'm always working on something. I'm always working on something to make this stream better. Good morning, Maya. How you doing today? Good morning, Maya. And let me clap it up for all y'all being here. Let me clap it up for y'all. Yeah, Harris Room Sports, somebody told me that they said that to me, and it always stuck with me because you never know when you got to jump on the live stream when something is going down. So, just at a moment's notice, you got to be ready. Good morning, Tessa. Good morning. So I got a new app that I'm working with, so I can show these on the screen easily. Just trying to make things be a lot smoother for everybody. So shout out to everybody for being here. I can turn this volume off, so I'm not hearing this twice. Let me get rid of that. Let's go there. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Once you find that rhythm, 1% better daily. That's what you want to do. So whatever way you can get there, get better 1% better daily, and then eventually it'll stack, and those wins over a long period of time, they'll make all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. All right. Man, the bot is coming at you early. Let me do something real quick. Y'all got time? We got a great show lined up for us today. The bot is coming at Harris Room Sports early. Oh, my goodness. Come on, bot. Relax. So, today's show, this is going to be a heavy film room. I'm just letting y'all know now. We are going to look at the film because what I'm noticing is people are not being honest. They are not having honest conversations. Maya, the bot woke up early this morning. Early. The bot don't never be up this early. And look at him. He up early today. It's all good, Harris Room. I know you don't mean any ill will. I know you don't mean any ill will. So it's all good. C Brown Run. Good morning. Good morning. Early. You know what the bot realizes? The bot sees me getting this new software. It sees me, doing some upgrades, and I'm actually working on something where I'm going to be adding another bot. So it's like that competition anxiety. So this bot is like, oh, I see you adding another bot as a mod. I got to make sure I'm good. So that's what's happening. Y'all are watching it happen. You think Coach Prime going to be at the game Sunday? Without a doubt, he's going to be there. Without a doubt. So we've seen everybody come out the woodworks since Shedeur was able to get into the game. We saw people criticize it. We saw people speak on it. We saw people not being honest about what they actually saw in the game. So this is what we're going to do. I'm not gonna go crazy with the videos today because we really got to get to the truth. This podcast today is to seek out the truth, and you on your own to come up with what you see as the truth based on Shedeur's play. So I only got about 5 clips we're gonna go through. We're gonna hit 5 clips. Once we hit those 5 clips, this is the question that we want to be answered by the end of this stream. By the end of this stream, we want to determine if Nita J facts. He trying to keep his job. He ain't trying to be like Kevin Stefanski.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
He said, I saw you talking to that other bot. I saw you talking to him. The news said Sanders left the back door open by mistake. How the robbery got in. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. When you have somebody who's doing so much in the community, even if he left his back door open because of what he's doing in the community, man, people should look out for him and they should protect him. They should not be out here trying to take advantage of that situation. But it shows you that even though you can do a bunch of great things in the community, you can give a community hope and everything will be there for them, sometimes they will still try to take advantage of it. Marie. Marie, you know he is one of the people on the list because when have you heard Albert Beer actually talk about footwork? When have you heard him say any of those things? So Albert Beer is one of the 4 people that we're going to get to. We're going to get to these people because what I want everybody to be able to do is at the end of this say, does Shedeur do things well? And is there anything he can get better at? Last podcast, B said, what do you think Shedeur needs to work on? I said Shedeur needs to work on retreating backwards, and he also needs to speed up his clock. His clock will get sped up with timing. Once he has timing with the receivers, his clock will be sped up because he will know where to expect them. His clock is a little bit slower because he hasn't thrown to them. So instead of just assuming they're going to do something like he did on the interception, he is waiting for them to get open, and when they get open, he'll throw them the ball. So the thing that's going to speed that up is more reps, timing, and that's going to come with it. So he's going to get there. But come on now, Nita. Come on now, Nita. We're going to break it all down. We're going to break it all down. And another thing that I think people are forgetting is people are forgetting that Dillon Gabriel actually played in this game. So the guy who's been getting reps since the summer, and according to the coach that everybody wants to believe in, Shedeur has not got any reps with the offensive line, the receivers, or anything. People are criticizing and critiquing Shedeur more than the guy who's been getting reps since he came in the door.
Stop it. Get some help.
It don't make sense. When I say this is going to be heavy film room, this is going to be heavy film room. We're going to look at all of Dillon Gabriel's third downs. The third downs tell the story in this game. We're going to look at all his third downs. Dillon Gabriel's third downs, you're going to see that they don't believe Dillon Gabriel is a threat. The Ravens don't. And I've been telling y'all, teams are not really trying to confuse him like that. They are not trying to confuse Dillon Gabriel. When Shedeur got in, they knew Shedeur could attack them. So since they know Shedeur can attack them, they are treating Shedeur totally different than they're treating Dillon Gabriel. The fact that the O-lineman said he never heard his cadence is wild. Very wild. Very wild. They let the D tackle spin off blocks. There is something that I saw on film. Kyle Hamilton is running into players to throw them off and opening up a clear lane for guys to get in. Watching this film back, I looked at Kyle Hamilton and said, oh, man, he is up to something. That's a losing culture. Maurice, what's going on? It's definitely a losing culture, the way they are doing things. Another question I have is, actually, let me word this correctly. Did it help or hurt the team, Shedeur Sanders, once he was the backup, not getting any reps? Once Shedeur Sanders became the backup and he can go in when one snap happened, he can go in. Did it help or hurt the team to not give him any reps? That's my question I have. Actually, let me put up a poll. Let's do this. Let me get y'all stuff. D, you know Dano has the same age as Kevin Stefanski and DG. Pac-Man Jones put it out on IG. It was a picture of all of them crazy. Now we know what's up. Yes, there's been leaks and talks of this for weeks now. They're all part of CAA. So it's a collective of it's also Kevin Stefanski. It's also Dillon Gabriel's previous coaches. So there's definitely some back channel things happening there. I'll say that. The Ravens threw the kitchen sink at Shedeur. They know he has what it takes in the league. Facts. That is, you were on to something right there, Maya. You were on to something right there. So, where was I going? I'm so excited for this episode. I'm so excited. But let's get this thing started. Let's get this up. Let's get it up. Oh, I was going to send y'all a poll. Let me hit y'all with this poll real quick. Let me hit y'all with the poll. Type this thing. Let me type. I'm too excited over here because I got the questions. And I need answers, y'all. I got the questions. The questions are coming. All right, this is the question. I'm putting the poll in there. Answer the poll. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Yes, Tessa. It makes sense now. That Dan Orlowski is always the one defending him. They were blitzing, but weren't sending ordinary blitzes either. That line hasn't been blitzed like that all year, I bet. Not since the last team that kind of confused them like that. It was actually Baltimore. So they were sending blitzes, then they were sending blitzes, then they were sending simulated blitzes where it seems like they were sending extra guys and they weren't. Nita J already got it. She said it. It hurt the team. Harris from Sports, it hurt the team. That's a fact. Maya says it hurt the team. He had them in a winning position without any first team reps. They could have won if he was prepared. Talk to him. I heard a rumor that Kevin's agent had a connection with Dillon Gabriel, and that's why Kevin likes him so much. Jeffrey, the darkness is coming to the light. It's not just Kevin Stefanski. It's Kevin Stefanski, Dillon Gabriel, Dan Orlowski. It is Dan Lanning, and I believe one other of Dillon Gabriel's former college coaches. So it's a whole tree of them. I didn't know Dano was a part of the group. I knew about everyone else. That's why he's always defending Kevin Stefanski and talking crazy about Shedeur. That's my point. You're correct. You are correct, Marie. It all makes sense now. It didn't make sense before. It makes sense now. That could be a lot to handle, but I appreciated how he was adapting. Facts. Zedric, that's all you can ask for, man. Hold it down and do the best you can. Show 7, drop 2. Show 7, drop 2. Talk to me, Reese. Is that two plays you definitely want to make sure we see? Talk to me. Let me know. That's a big key we haven't seen Dillon do. Oh, got you. Okay, I see what you're saying. Show 7, drop 2. Got you. Show 7 at the line of scrimmage like you're going to do a 0 blitz, and then drop 2 of the 7, so you are only sending 5. So you are sending a little bit of pressure, but not a lot. Okay, I'll work my way through it. That's a big key we haven't seen Dillon do. That's correct. Stevie Wonder says it hurt the team. Talk to him, Keith. Talk to him. It took me a second, but I caught up to you, Maurice. Pull up Pac-Man Jones IG from yesterday. It's a pic of all of them. Clyde, what's going on? What's going on, Clyde? Let me get on the right one. What's going on, Clyde? Morning. I watched the aerial perfect pass to Gage Larverdam for Cleveland. He looked too quickly for the ball, and that's why the Raven extended his hand. The film told me. That's a fact. Also, he didn't attack. He didn't drive through. He didn't drive through the defender. If he would have attacked the ball, Gage Larverdam, he would have either got a pass interference or he would have got a different outcome. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up, Marie. All right, you said it's on Pac-Man Jones IG. Let's search it up. Let's search it up before we get to it. Shedeur Sanders is real deal. The way he progressed as the game went on with all those blitzes and disguise plays shows how other teams and coaches see him. Jermaine, so true. So true. They respect him. They understand who he is, and they understand what he's capable of. I was a little disappointed with all 22 with both QBs. I just think it's a different way you got to view it from both of them. All right, let's find it. Once I find this from Pac-Man, then we're going to get to the show. Let me go through his post real quick. All right, I don't see it there. I just got to make sure it's not no music on there. That's the only thing that'll get me. I think I got it. Let me check out and see if it's any. Here we go.
What's going on right here? That's the reason.
All right, I got it. We're gonna pull that up and then we're gonna get to the show. That's a shame because it was a beautiful pass to 84. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was already stated, but 2 of the offensive linemen got injured and was pulled out of the game. Amazingly, Dillon got injured as well. So Shedeur was working with backups. Yep. Cam Robinson, who everybody was clowning on, he was out the game, and Jack Conklin also got hurt. So left and right tackle. The Ravens knew it was a mess around with Shedeur that they would find out, so they made sure they turned it up. That's a fact. D, did you see the blow to the head on Shedeur? No call. Yes, I did. Swatted him straight to the head. It was crazy that they let that go. Man, even the running backs was missing blocking assignments. I pray Reese do right by 12 protection. Doggy Bone was good, and that is a fact. Jerome Ford was missing blocking assignments. He got blew up. We're going to see it on the all-22 film. He got blew up by Kyle Hamilton. Quinshon Judkins whiffed on his pass blocking assignment. So we're gonna see it. The throw to Gage Larverdale was a good decision, but he also missed Jerry Jeudy wide open for the first time. That's a fact. Another thing with that is you gotta go with who you feel comfortable with. He tried to anticipate throwing the ball to Jerry Jeudy early. It ended up an interception. So the next time he's like, man, if it comes down to the person I haven't played with, knowing if he's going to be in the right spot, or if it comes down to me throwing to I know exactly where it's going to be, I'm going to throw to where exactly I know he's going to be. Bucky calling Deion to let him know Shedeur was gold. They're not privileged. They humble and talented. Facts. I saw that too. Good morning, C.A. Anderson. Seattle in the building. Good morning. All right, let's get to it. Let me pull this up. We're going to get to Pac-Man Jones first. Let's go. Pull this up for y'all real quick, and then we're going to get to it. Let's see where I got Pac-Man at. I think I got Pac-Man here. I do have Pac-Man here. Hopefully this sound don't get me on this, but let's try it out. All right, let's play it. Play it back.
This session right here goes out to Shedeur Sanders. Put your hater blockers on. Kevin Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel are represented by the same people, which is CAA. It's a lot of conspiracy going on right here. That's the reason why players cannot get reps in practice. And I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm quite sure that the fucking center need to have at least 10 or 15 reps with his backup quarterback just in case it's an emergency. This is what I want you to do. Put your glasses on and ignore the noise. You're going to be A-OK. Hater blockers. Smell me.
So true. So true. Can't fall for the people who are being dishonest and for the people who are not really looking at this situation truthfully. They also pulled Jerry Jeudy out of the game. Yeah, it was odd the substitution package. To be fair, he was running Dillon's game plan too. He should be more relaxed Sunday. I agree with that. The last part, the Ravens were clearly offside. Yeah, on 4th and 5, they were offsides. I think he threw to who he was comfortable with, but I also think it was either a bad decision because he wanted to win the game or didn't see Jeudy. I think that's more of a timing thing, Jermaine. I think he just, remember, his interception came because he saw Jeudy do something that was supposed to be a comeback route, and Jeudy didn't come back on the route. Oh, the screen was blocking it? All right, let me see. All right, let's see. Let's go here. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this real quick. I got you. Let's go Chrome, and then let's change this, and let's just put this to the full screen real quick. And then let me make this a little bit smaller. Man, this is nasty work. Come on, man. Man, IG in a browser is disgusting. I just have to adjust this back later if I need it. All right, I'm gonna play it again. Here you go.
This session right here goes out to Shedeur Sanders. Put your hater blockers on. Kevin Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel are represented by the same people, which is CAA. It's a lot of conspiracy going on right here. That's the reason why players cannot get reps in practice. And I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm quite sure that the fucking center need to have at least 10 or 15 reps with his backup quarterback just in case it's an emergency. This is what I want you to do. Put your glasses on and ignore the noise. You're going to be A-OK. Hater blockers. Smell me.
There we go. Y'all see the picture of all of them together. Y'all see it. Hopefully that music don't get me. Let's see if I can pause it on the picture so y'all can see it. Here we go. All right. So y'all see it. Y'all see it right here. You see Dan Lanning. You see Dillon Gabriel. You see Dan Orlovsky. You see Kevin Stefanski. And I want to say these are probably Dillon Gabriel's two previous coaches right here. So y'all see it. Y'all see it right there. Shout out to Marie. All right, let me adjust this back. Let's do this real quick. We get it fixed on the fly. I don't think I need this browser for anything else, but if I do, I can always adjust it later. I can always adjust it later if we need it. All right, there we go. There we go. Shut that down. Good morning, Miss Brown. Shedeur better be getting all the first team reps and not splitting it with Zappy. Talk to him, Casey. Talk to him. No practice for Dillon today, and he did announce Dillon as a starter. Gage was open, not a bad decision. Yeah, one-on-one, you give your man a shot to go make a play. Good play by the cornerback. It was a good play by the cornerback. Good point. He didn't end time with Judy. However, my guy Shedeur needs to focus on first downs, also clock management. Overall, I believe my guy will continue to improve. Put the Browns on the map. I agree with that sentiment, Jermaine. I agree with you there. Shedeur, my name is Vincent Young. I play for the Tennessee Titans. I came in for Kerry Collins. We won 8 in a row, plus the coach. Jeff Fisher did not want me, but the owner chose me. Clyde, I remember you bringing up that previously, and that is a very, very, very good assessment of how you could work through the situations. Coach Prime also said he knows what Shedeur is going through behind the scenes, so it's a little bit more to it. This is a way more bigger story than high-priced card games. Facts. It's crazy to think about it. Coming to a already made game plan for a left-handed QB is nasty work. Talk to him. When they first drafted Dillon Gabriel, I was like, why would they add another monkey wrench in a quarterback who was left-handed? It just didn't make sense to me. It made no sense to me. So I don't know why they did that. Let's do this real quick. Let me adjust this, and then we're gonna get to it, because this is gonna be a good one. Everybody is going to get the answers to the questions that they have. It's not just going to be, we're going to listen to what these guys are telling us. put that right there. All right, let's go. Yes, those were all of his previous coaches. Thanks, D. People need to be exposed to why they are saying and doing the things they are doing against Shedeur. Dano is trash. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, let's get to it, man. Y'all know Tyvis don't really say much. I was really surprised by this take from Tyvis. So far, 85% of the chat saying it did hurt the team that Shedeur was not able to get any reps with the ones. So I would tend to agree with y'all. I agree with y'all. All right, let's get to Tyvis. Y'all know Mr. Giggles himself. What you got to say, Tyvis?
I have to be a tad bit critical. Spare me, okay? Because I know how you.
That's so disingenuous when they do that. I can't stand it. Yeah, you see what Jason Lloyd said about the red shirt year. Jason Lloyd is on the list, Zedric. I told you, Zedric, you always read the rundown. You always read the rundown. Jason Lloyd is definitely on the list for today. Definitely on the list. All right, let's play it. What you got to say, Tyvis?
I know how y'all are.
No, don't apologize for being honest.
Man, stand on it. Say what you feel.
I do want to say that, you know, the talk about the no reps thing, I feel like it's kind of ran its course a little bit. Because, like, I hear what you're saying and all of those things, and it does, like, chemistry is big, but, like, when you talk about the Baker Mayfields not having no reps, you talk about Dak Prescott and you talk about Justin Herbert. Yeah. Like, when they came in the game, like, you could tell, like, the first round pick. Like, you could see, like, all right, that guy's a first round pick. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe it wasn't perfect, but, like, you could be like, all right, I see why they took him in the first round. Like, with Baker, it was different. Like, he just was electric and all of those things. And with Shedeur, at first, what I said to myself was, there's not that big of a difference between him and Dillon Gabriel. And it wasn't because of Shedeur, it was because of the surrounding of Shedeur.
What are you talking about,
and I think, you know, everybody's jumping on Cam Newton. I think that's kind of what Cam Newton is trying to say. He just...
Tyvis, what you got going on, man? Tyvis, what you got going on? C.A. Anderson starting it off. C.A. Anderson starting it off. Let me see. Why are you not showing on the screen? Show on the screen. Oh, okay. I messed that up. Here we go. All right, we're going to figure it out. There we go.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Here we go.
I got money.
Everybody put C.A. Anderson in the chat. Everybody put C.A. Anderson in the chat. He's starting off with the first super chat of the day as we get into it and we break this thing down. I love your takes, young man. I'm smiling ear to ear. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I try to just be myself every day, so then I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm not trying to parrot what somebody else believes. I'm not trying to be dishonest when I'm having a conversation or asking questions. And your words matter. They mean something to me, and I appreciate that. So thank you. I appreciate you again. This is what I got to say about Tyvis. This is a dishonest approach to the conversation because there's a key difference in the people that he is describing and Shedeur Sanders. Baker Mayfield got reps. Baker Mayfield played in the preseason. All the people he's naming played in the preseason without looking over their shoulder in a fake competition. Shedeur Sanders, they haven't heard his voice. They haven't heard his voice to say his cadence. So Tyvis is being dishonest here. And I find it funny because Tyvis usually doesn't really have that much to say. And this is the thing that you decide to stand on. It gets to the point where you look at it and say, Tyvis, if you want to be an analyst, analyze. But you also have to have that rooted in some semblance of truth. It's no truth to what he's saying because he's leaving out a major issue in his whole statement by naming these other guys who had reps. So it's just it's dishonest. And Tyvis, man, when he is speaking on his experience in the NFL, I'll listen to his experience. when he calls himself being an analyst or he calls into 92.3 The Fan, I just hear him and I know this is not a person who's saying how he feels. Then he gets on with G. Bush and he says how he really feels. Man, Dillon Gabriel's not good. Dillon Gabriel doesn't do this. And it's like, how can I believe what you say at all these other platforms? So for that, my friend, that's going to be an L, Tyvis. That's going to be an L. You know what the Shedeur situation reminds me of? The Johnny Manziel situation. Jeffrey, not the same players, but when it comes to competition and just building that level of competition where the guys are competing and not helping each other, that's exactly what the Browns did again with him and Brian Hoyer. All right, let's see. Tyvis is lying. Those QBs he mentioned have first team reps. There you go, KC. Talk to him. Have you all noticed how no one ever talks about all of Shedeur's receivers who are in the league? The QB can't play laughable. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not surprised about Tyvis' take. He talks out of both sides of his mouth. Cam said what he meant. One thing about Cam, like it or not, he says what he thinks. If y'all are looking for something I value, I don't agree with anybody 100% of the time. But I value when a person just says what they believe and they stick to it. I don't value people who play in the gray. I don't play with those. I don't value those people because they're never really putting out there how they truly feel. They're towing the line, and I can't rock with that. Tyvis is a company man. I don't take what he says seriously. Yeah, I saw this, and I was just like, another chance for you to say something real. You missed the opportunity. Kevin stated Shedeur will get all the first team reps this week. Yep, they don't have no choice. Tyvis already got that Christmas gift. That's a fact. What's the big difference between him and Shedeur? Yeah, one was the number 1 overall pick, so they always believed in him. So it don't even make sense. Pick a lane and stay in it. Maya, talk to him. And it did him. Shedeur's my name is Matt Leinart. I too am a lefty. I was horrible as a QB, yet the media never degraded me. I only won 6 games during my career. I was a first-round pick, as was Vince Young. That is correct. That's correct, Clyde. You know something else about Matt Leinart? He had all the awards coming out of college, and they used all that to prop him up. That's why he's on TV to this day. I guess he's talking now. I'm getting the info from Daniel Wusier on X. Tyvis is an example of what is wrong with local media. They are the division problem. More than half don't know what they are talking about. Nita, talk to him. Talk to him. That is a fact. Somebody speaking right now? Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. And we're always willing to pivot if we need to pivot. Let's see. Is Kevin Stefanski out there speaking? Let me see. Selmo Fudd, what's going on? All right, I think Kevin Stefanski just spoke. Kevin Stefanski spoke 3 minutes ago. We're going to pivot, y'all. We're going to pivot just slightly. Slight pivot.
Opportunity this week.
Slight pivot. Slight pivot. All right, we got Kevin. This is from a couple minutes ago. Shout out to Zedric. Man, Zedric, your multitask game is on 1,000. It's on 1,000. Let's see what Kev got to say. Let's make sure the volume is good for y'all. Let's play this thing out. What you talking about, Kev?
Heading out to Vegas, obviously getting a lot of work done on their team and their schemes. I think they do a great job. Obviously, I have a ton of respect for Coach Carroll. And then I'm
sorry, y'all. I can't listen to him at regular speed. We got to speed this man up. Come on, man. Say what you going to say, Coach. Say what you going to say. Let's speed him up. Let's speed him up a little bit. Shout out to Jermaine. Shout out to Jermaine.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Everybody put Jermaine in the chat. Put Jermaine in the chat, y'all.
I got money.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Jermaine, as always. Always supporting. So I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Also, man, thank you for being open and honest with your opinion and standing on business. Because you see, there's people in the media who are not willing to do that. They're not willing to do it. So I appreciate you. Let's see what Kevin Stefanski talking about. What you talking about, Kevin? What you talking about?
What they do offensively, defensively, special teams.
Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning, Detroit Gemini. Charmaine, as always. I appreciate you as always, Charmaine.
Oh my God! Wow!
I think this is a really good question that Charmaine had. Everybody put Charmaine in the chat. Jermaine tuning in from Switzerland. Man, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I think this is a really good question that Charmaine has. Let's get to it.
I got money.
Charmaine asks, do the second QB get any reps? Because all I keep hearing is they do not. Now, this is the way I would answer this. I would say, look at good teams and what do good teams do? Look at bad teams and what do bad teams do? So if we're talking about the Browns, if we're talking about the Saints, if we're talking about the Giants, if we're talking about the Jets, if we're talking about these teams and we want to use them as a standard, I think that would be a bad thing to do. We need to look at the winning organizations. For example, let's look at Cam Newton. When they were 15-1 and went to the Super Bowl, the backup got reps. Don't you want your team to have aspirations of making it to a Super Bowl? Let's look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They won the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts get 90% of the reps. Jalen Hurts is not always missing games and injured. The backup, Tanner McKee, gets 10% of the reps, and he's been getting 10% of the reps. So the real question is, do you want to be like the winners or do you want to emulate what the losers do? So if you are emulating the losers, be my guest, you'll be the next loser. If you are trying to strive to be the winners, then you'll do what the winners do. So losing teams, I hear a lot of losing teams say backup players don't get reps. I hear teams that went to the Super Bowl, winning teams, I hear them say that the backup always gets reps. James Jones, everybody says they want to emulate what the Packers did when they would have a quarterback who was a Hall of Famer and sit another one. You know what always happened? The backups always got reps. When Brett Favre was there, Aaron Rodgers got reps. When Aaron Rodgers was there, Jordan Love got reps. So do you want to be like the winners or do you want to be like the losers? I want to be like the winners. I want to do what the winners do. So if it's somebody who is coming from a losing organization and they telling me what they did, save it. Save it. I don't think we need to listen to you. Jonathan, what's going on? I'm watching in Colorado Springs at the moment, but will be watching from Florida the next 6 months. Hey, I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. I used to live in Florida, so if I could get back, that would be good. I ain't been back in a little bit. Got a bunch of friends down there. So they also put Tanner in the game as well. Yep. They are working to get their backups prepared because you always want to be prepared. Y'all know the saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. How can you stay ready if you never prepare for a situation that has the potential to happen? I hate how people go, well, it wasn't that way for me. Maybe your career will be a little better if you are better prepared early on. Talk to him, man. Talk to him, Zedric. So that's how we just cut through it. We just gonna cut through the, you was on losing teams all your life and this is how they did it. I don't care.
Really a challenge in a bunch of different areas. Look at the roster, some really, really special players.
Jeffrey, I heard you talking about him. That's why I used him as an example.
So Brock Bowers on their offense is outstanding. So really, and then special teams, they got great returners, good core. So it's going to be quite the challenge. And we got to go to school on this football team and understand their schemes, understand what they're trying to do on any given down. So that's where we're getting started. Shedeur's going to start at quarterback. Dillon is still in the concussion protocol. He is improving. But obviously we got to put a plan together for all of our players, all of our offense, our defense, our special teams, plan of attack, and give our guys a chance to go execute and play fast. That's the goal. And with that, I'll take any questions.
All right, before we get to the questions, I got the hold up, wait a minute. I need everybody to put Clyde Marshall in the chat. Everybody put Clyde Marshall in the chat, please.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got you, Marie. I'll go back and I'll play it back and I'll turn the volume up on them.
I got money.
Everybody put Clyde Marshall in the chat. Clyde Marshall hit the cat or PayPal, and he says, "You're the best content creator." I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Your wealth of knowledge and your ability to take it back and go to different situations that happen in NFL history and show the parallels is really good. And I definitely value you for that. And shout out to the Chi. The Chi-Town always in the building. So I appreciate you. Thank you, Clyde Marshall. CAA said, I got another question. Let's go.
Oh my God! Wow!
Drop him in the chat again, y'all. C.A. Anderson. Let's get this here.
I got money.
All right. My question is, when Shedeur Sanders had the back injury and Zappe had to step in as a 2, did he get reps? That's the standard. If not, okay. But if so, why not Shedeur Sanders 12? Man, oh man. That is a really great question. That's a really great question because people just write off the fact that Dillon Gabriel was getting backup reps when Joe Flacco was a starter. Oh, Joe Flacco's a vet. But that is a good way to look at it. That's a very good way to look at it. What were they doing when Shedeur was injured and Bailey Zappe was the backup? Honestly, this is speculation for me. I believe Bailey Zappe has been getting more run with the scout team than they're willing to admit. That's what I believe. I believe Bailey Zappe has been getting more run with the scout team, and they are not willing to admit it. That's just me. I'm willing to be wrong, but that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Nita J, always in the building. Everybody put Nita J. Put Nita J in the chat. Let's get this right. Let's get this right.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
I go one step further. Do the Browns this season give backup QBs first team reps? The answer is yes. In the real world, you get fired when you don't treat employees the same on company policy. That is a major fact, Nita. That's a major fact. What companies do, what successful companies do, they put in a system and they plug everybody in the system. So if it is in your system to always give the backup QB 10% of the reps, rain, sleet, snow, you give the backup QB 10% of the reps. This is what I believe. I believe Kevin Stefanski's hand was forced. His hand was forced by them getting all the rest of the QBs off of the team. And because of that, he said, I'm not playing Shedeur. I'm not giving him no reps. I'm not going to prepare him. I believe that is the reason why Shedeur is not getting reps. Shedeur is a pawn in this situation where Kevin Stefanski is trying to maintain control. And Drew Barry is saying, if you think you're not going to play him, I'll take everybody else off the roster. That's why none of it makes sense. Because in any good situation, I've been a trainer in multiple positions I had throughout my life. I worked in a bunch of different industries. When you train somebody, it is the same every single time. You don't train this person for the exact same position and do it this way and then come back and train the next person a different way. Nope. That is a bad trainer. A trainer trains every single person to do the same position the exact same way. That is a major difference. The Browns are not doing that, and I believe that's because of Kevin Stefanski. That's what I believe. Asante, what's good? See, Anderson says, I asked because I saw the video of him running with Dillon in the video. Shedeur was kind of dancing. I tried to find it again. Yeah, if you find it, let me know. I heard Bailey Zappi was running the scout team. Rex Ryan clarified it when he said Shedeur would have gotten reps with the center if he was running scout team. Facts. I almost forgot to tell you, Skip Bayless said the GM and the owner told Kevin to start Shedeur. If it was up to Kevin, Zappi would have replaced Dillon. I agree with that. David Njoku is slow. He needs to get his stamina up, work on that cardio. Yeah, he's put on a lot of weight. He's a lot better at blocking than Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin, the one downside to him has been blocking this year. Also, he's been dropping some passes. Let me get the volume up for y'all. Let's play this. From Kevin Stefanski real quick. Let's run it back. So let's go here. I think it was about here.
And then special teams, they got great returners, good core. So it's going to be quite the challenge. And we got to go to school on this football team and understand their schemes, understand what they're trying to do.
Let me know if the volume is better.
So that's where we're getting started. Shedeur's going to start at quarterback. Dillon is still in the concussion protocol. He is improving. But obviously we got to put a plan together for all of our players, all of our offense, our defense, our special teams, plan of attack, and give our guys a chance to go execute and play fast. That's the goal. And with that, I'll take any questions. Yeah, I think you're always trying to do that, Mary Kay, with all your players, make sure that they're comfortable, and it's no different with Shedeur in there. You want to make sure that all the concepts are things that he feels confident in. Obviously, having been around him over the months, you get.
It's still low? Okay. Dang, why's the Browns volume so low? Let me turn the master volume up some more. Yeah, I got the master volume on this thing maxed out.
Fit his eyes, so to speak. So,
all right, let me know if this is better.
Yeah, I think you're always trying to do that, Mary Kay, with all your players, make sure that they're comfortable, and it's no different with Shedeur in there. You want to make sure that all the concepts are things that he feels confident in. Obviously, having been around him over the months, you get a good sense of the things that he's, fit his eyes, so to speak. So definitely want to lean into those type of things, and he's working very hard. Yeah, we've talked a lot over the course of these months is just learning NFL defenses for young players. Learning, obviously, our system, but just I always point out to the quarterbacks that every week you're facing a defense that oftentimes has completely different rules than the defense you just played. Whether it's how they play their cover three or some of your blitz protection calls can vary week to week. So I just see Shedeur, Dillon, all of our young guys, but in particular that quarterback room growing a ton, both just with the X's and O's and then all the work you do in individual periods. I just think all that work adds up. So I do see significant growth from Shedeur and all these young guys.
Yeah, I got this thing maxed out. I got it maxed out. He said his name. I've been tracking. The last time he was on, he said his name twice. This time he said his name. Yeah, I got this thing maxed out everywhere on my computer. Their volume is just super low because I got it all the way maxed out. Just quick recap. He did announce Shedeur the starter. Dillon's still in the protocol. Dillon is getting better. Does Kevin even know what defense the other team was playing? Probably not. Mary Kay is saying don't send Shedeur out there with some crap plan. Mary Kay is mad at Kevin Stefanski. That's what I think, because he has been giving her bad information, the same information he's been giving to Albert Breer, and she is at his neck. She is at his neck.
No, he'll get every rep.
That was the rep question. Daniel Owusie asked if he would get would he get all the reps? He said Shedeur will get every rep. You're loud, but their volume is low. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm trying my best to get this thing up. I turn my volume up like everywhere. But their stuff is it's super low. It's super low.
Yeah, you do this. You do the same thing. You always do that with your backup. Understand? You get. I don't know if every team does it this way, but you get your starters' favorite plays. You get your backups' favorite plays. So you're well aware of that.
How does that? What's the key to translating that when now he's getting these physical reps in practice preparing for it?
I think it just goes back to, we talk about taking the practice field to the game field, and you try and take the meeting room to the practice field. Like I told the team this morning, we throw so much at them, so much information, so many details about our opponent and our game plan and those type of things. And I think our players do a really nice job of taking that to heart in the meeting room and then going out on the practice field. And Wednesdays are typically the day where you're still crystallizing it in your mind, if you will, and still getting some of the details down. But by the end of Wednesday, you feel really good about the base game plan. So I think that's just all quarterbacks are like that, where you get the game plan on Tuesday for a quarterback and you start spending some time with it, and then the base game plan starts to really cement in your head sometime around Wednesday evening.
What do you think Shedeur did best in his one half?
Yeah, obviously, he battled to the end. We're right there on that final drive, Tony. I think there's so many things that all of us can do better in those moments so we can finish with a win. But, man, all of our guys, and definitely Shedeur, they battled to the end.
All right, so he kind of says something he believes that Shedeur did well. Tony Grossi asked him, what do you believe Shedeur did best in that game? His answer was he battled to the end along with all of our guys. So Shedeur battled to the end. That's his man. He does not believe in giving people any compliments.
I think, listen, it's obvious that the more time and the more reps, period, are always better. I do think, as you know, as quarterbacks, they sit in that room. You watch a lot of tape together. So you watch the receivers, and sometimes you don't get the rep, but you see how those guys come out. So that's what you have to do as backups, that Shedeur does, that all of our guys do. When you're not getting that rep, you're just making mental notes to yourself about how guys come out of breaks. And there's a lot of dialogue around that, certainly, with the quarterbacks. And that's why, I should remark how this group really pushes each other, but they support each other. I think that's part of what Coach Musk and Coach Reese do in that meeting room, where they really are. It's a collaborative effort. They work hard together.
With the offensive line with Shedeur behind it, how much is that? The quarterback has to get more comfortable trusting the guys in front of him, so that he knows can get rid of the ball, that sort of thing. The pocket presence, all of that. How much does that play into it?
Yeah, I think it's certainly all 11 guys. When you're talking about protection and being able to be precise in the pass game, you have to have great pocket.
Good morning, Gigi.
With the offensive line, but it really does include everybody doing their job. Yeah, I'm obviously focused on this game. Yeah, I'm not going to get into specifics. The authorities are on that. Shedeur is very focused on the task at hand. We'll see. I think both
right, Sabrina.
In a limited fashion today. Yeah, I have a ton of respect for how he plays the game. He goes 100 miles an hour about 100% of the time. He's just he has the energy and the effort, the finish for a 60-minute football game. It's really impressive. He can line up on either side. He can really show up anywhere on the field. But the way he plays is truly remarkable.
I agree with that, Zedric.
Yeah, I think that's part of training, part of individual drills, certainly part of team drills and practice. While you're not getting hit by your teammates, it is something that you try to replicate as much as you can. But it's as you know, it's hard.
KC, you might be onto something.
Sure, you constantly are talking about your players and the skill sets that your players have. That's a big part of it. Then it's also part of trusting the schemes, and that goes for the quarterback, for the receivers, for everybody, trusting that your guy's going to be where he's supposed to be on the prescribed.
I agree, Ms. Brown.
Of comfort, confidence to let it rip. No, I think the things that allow you to win on the road are the same regardless of the time zone. I'd say day to day, but he's working hard. I think he's excited about the opportunity, but he's so focused on the work that goes into it. So as you can imagine, any player, and certainly at the quarterback position, there's a lot that gets put on your plate, so he's working hard. Not really. I mean, he's seen it all. He's seen, and we pointed out that obviously the chips by the tight ends, the chips by the running backs, the slide coming to him. I don't know that teams have done anything differently this year other than to continue to pay him a lot of attention. Yeah, he's worked extremely hard at his craft. And I pointed this out. This is that rookie class. I mean, he fits in with these guys that they love football. They love what they're doing. They pour themselves into this thing. So it's been fun to watch Shedeur, fun to watch a lot of these young guys because we've done so many extra reps, extra individual periods to watch them work at their craft, which is part of one of the main parts of our job is the development of these players. I think Shedeur is just going to be himself. I think that's what players appreciate other players when they're themselves.
Facts, Edric.
Yeah, we've been doing that throughout the season. Just get to spend extra time with him, just watching a lot of his tape from the previous day. Okay, thanks, guys.
Man, I want y'all to know I was struggling. To continue to listen to that. This is a person who kind of just selling the dream. He's just selling the dream. He's saying what needs to be said today, and none of his actions actually back up what he was out there saying today. So just a hard listen, man. Just hard to listen to somebody when so many different times he's spoken differently about Shedeur to now. So my, how his tone has changed. That is a fact. I will listen to a replay of Kevin. I prefer listening to your show. Yeah, Clyde, that was that's a hard listen, man. It's a hard. I come to a conclusion sometimes probably too fast. But Kevin Stefanski, I've been listening to his press conferences for 6 years now. It's hard to sit through it. It might even show on my face when I'm listening to his show. It's like, man, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? So let's keep it moving forward. He was giving, I'm just here so I don't get fine vibes. Maya, facts. Facts. All right, we already got the Titus. Let's get to good old Albert. Stephen A. spoke recently about the front office, Shedeur battling the head coach and the offensive coordinator, Dillon, on who should play. That's behind-the-scenes drama. Stefanski has gone rogue. I agree. Marie, you know it. You know it.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Every time you get up there, it's so hard. In the end, it is what it is. Shedeur's your better QB. Your personal feelings don't matter. This is a business. Pretty sure AB told him that. Facts. Force his hand. Miss Brown, you are right. He couldn't wait to get that over with. Watching paint dry. That's a fact, Cedric. I'm telling you, y'all probably see it all on my face when I'm listening to him because it just, I know the game he playing. It's like, man, I can't sit here and listen to this a lot. I
think it becomes like.
Whoa. Calm down, Albert. This is Albert Beer. Now, we never go to Albert Beer to see if he's breaking down X's and O's, if he's watching tape or any of these things. I'm about to start driving, so I'm going to be listening in the background. Thank you for being here, Gigi, and stay safe out there on the road. Stay safe out there. This is Albert Beer. This is good old Albert. We ain't going to listen to a lot of them, but this is what he has to say.
It's sort of a challenging thing for everybody, you know. And how do you tamp down the some of the hysteria over it? He didn't play very well on Sunday, which, you know, I think you saw a lot of the things that, you know, we've been trying to explain to you for the last. I'm not talking about you guys, but like you, the listener, we've been trying to explain to you for like the last 5 months. You know, like that. This is a guy who had a ways to go when he came in the league, and that's not an insult. Like, it's just what it was, you know, and I think you saw a lot of that. The footwork was a mess, kept bailing out of the pocket like he did at Colorado. You know, didn't seem to see it fast enough. Like, there's just all that stuff that, like, the criticism of him, you know, leading up to the draft, a lot of it was valid. And I think we saw that on Sunday. And
so in one half of play, Albert Breer is willing to say, Shedeur is not processed fast enough. His footwork is bad. We're going to watch the tape, and I just want y'all to see if the tape matches what Albert Breer is saying. I still can't believe Kevin risked his career for subpar Dillon. He should never coach again. That is big facts, Detroit Gemini. Is this the person? Speed it up, D. Is this guy Clown Trash? Yeah. Oh, that's all we got from him. Y'all know I definitely can't sit there and listen to Albert Breer. Just based on what Albert Breer said, we're going to see if Shedeur had terrible footwork and if he was too slow to read the field. Because I know Albert Breer hasn't watched the tape. What does Breer say about DG? He always goes to the company line and says they believe in Dillon Gabriel more than they believe in Shedeur. So Tyvis said don't worry about the reps. Albert Breer says this is why Shedeur fell in the draft. We're going to see what is true. I want y'all to trust your own eyes. Don't trust me what I say. I want y'all to trust your own eyes when we break down the film. We're not going to listen to what these guys say, but we're going to see if it matches based on what they said. He didn't bail that often, just lying. Facts. How did Albert get in this position? I've heard no football analysis ever. These are the questions that need answers. These are the questions that need answers. Hopefully Stefanski will get fired before Sunday. Can't come soon enough. That's the reason why I say we cannot stop talking about the reps thing. It's not in defense of Shedeur. I say that because it's a coach who is not looking out for the best interest of the overall team. For the overall team, it's not in the best interest of the team. So I'm not going to stop talking about the reps because what I'm showing you is in any good situation, you do things the same way over and over again so you can get better every single day. So when they say, oh, don't talk about the reps, no, you need to talk about the reps. We need to show you that he does not have a good system in place for producing and developing talent. So we got to keep talking about it. That's all we got from Albert. Let's get to everybody's second favorite, Jason Lloyd. We're not going to spend a lot of time with these people. We're not going to spend a lot of time with these people. I'm just letting y'all know. I can't do it. Albert is talking to folks with low football IQ. Talk to him, KC. Talk to him. That's a fact. Because what he's doing is he's repeating. Rizzo said that. Rizzo said that before the All-22 tape came out. He said Shedeur footwork was bad. He said that the very next morning. No, we need to hear the other side's opinions, though. When Acho's speaking, I turn the volume down. Yeah, Acho, he flip-flopping all over the place, man. All over the place. Shedeur getting the rest of the games because Barry and Haslam in control now. If Kevin played fair, it wouldn't be this way. Zedric, that's facts. I hope that's what it is. But when I look at Kevin Stefanski, I have zero faith in him doing what's best for the team. Zero faith. Kevin Stefanski didn't set nobody up for success, not even Dillon Gabriel. Beast, talk to him. If you didn't even set your boy up for success, how I'm going to expect you to set up Shedeur when you don't care for Shedeur? So this is Jason Lloyd. He is all over the place in this.
Let's start Shedeur. I'm like, I'm not putting him out there. I would not want to put him out there against Baltimore's defense because they're going to blitz the crap out of him, and that's exactly what happened. The Raiders don't blitz a ton. You're probably going to see that.
They will this week.
They will this week. Right. Yep, you're right. They will, and they're going to try and confuse him. They're going to disguise looks. They're going to put 8 on the line, drop 2. He's got to figure out which 2 are dropping, and we'll see. So, am I expecting brilliance? No. Am I expecting improvement from what we saw Sunday? Absolutely.
Jason Lloyd, join us right now. All right, you're not looking into a camera right now. We are, but we have our audience of Shedeur fans around the country. They're going to be listening very closely to this question and answer right now. So I will ask you point blank, Jason Lloyd, How well does Shedeur Sanders have to play in his allotted time the rest of the season for the Browns not to take a quarterback in the first round with one of their 2 picks?
I mean, he would have to play abundantly well. He would have to make it. He would have to make it abundantly clear. You don't need to go looking any longer. I am your answer, and that's going to be hard because of the pieces around him. Because the pieces around him are not very good. Flacco couldn't make it work. Dillon Gabriel couldn't make it work, and now it's on him to do it. So, I mean, I thought all year they're going to go back and revisit quarterback again next offseason. This was always a.
All right, so one thing about me is I'm not making excuses. The talent is the talent. Is who they have to work with. I always try to determine if there is something football related that they could do better, and that's how I break it down. These guys who just say the talent isn't good, facts, Maya. So glad you are giving these people a little credibility airtime. Yeah, it's no point in listening to them for a long time. It's no point. Jason Lloyd is the one who said Kevin Stefanski told people before the season started Shedeur was not ready and he was going to redshirt. He was not going to play this whole year. Kevin Stefanski is the one to put that out there. So then I'm supposed to trust Kevin Stefanski getting Shedeur ready? Can't do it. Can't do it. It's another clip in here kind of early on where he's gonna say both sides of it.
Has to work with around him that set him up for failure. And then you mix in his strengths and his shortcomings. And yeah, no, it's really hard to get a fair evaluation on any of these guys because of the state of the offense. But you know, everything that we were told, everything that we were saying in the pre-draft process, you saw unfold. Yeah, it was only 2 quarters. Yeah, it was 1/2. The alarming part is everything that we heard bad, you saw with your own eyes immediately. Doesn't know what he's.
All right, so I got a question for y'all. This is the question, y'all. Is it a coincidence that Albert Breer and Jason Lloyd are saying the exact same thing? They are reading the exact same script. Both of them went to, we've been trying to tell y'all since the draft, these are the things that are bad about Shedeur. In 2 quarters of football, 10 seconds after he said the talent is not good enough to evaluate him. Which one is it, Jason? Which one is it, Jason? Is the talent not good enough to evaluate them? Or is Shedeur everything we thought he was because of those 2 quarters? You got to ask yourself. These are the questions. Sabrina got it. How are they saying the exact same thing? That tells me this is neither of their opinions. This is something they've been told. They are microphones. They repeat what they hear. They don't give, they're not analysts. They're not breaking down the game. We're not giving Jason Lloyd no more time. I just wanted to show y'all. These are the people, when there's too many people saying the same thing, somebody handed them that message. Sounds like the same person talking. These people are unreal. Facts. They have conversations after the game and they're getting their talking points. Facts. They're giving them no marching orders. They both have been saying this from the beginning. They want to be right. Facts. In this clip, Jason Lloyd is then going to say Shedeur makes the best throws that he's seen this year. It don't even make sense. Because when they start saying how they really feel, it don't match what they just said. That's enough of Jason Lloyd. Remember, when we get to the film, I want y'all to answer the question at the end. Did you see the reason why Shedeur dropped to the 5th round? Because that's what they told us. That's what they told us.
And I think this is probably something that drives them.
Honestly, I want him traded. Look at what they did to Mayfield. Facts. They don't have any grace. They have no grace that shows us that they can actually tell us what a good quarterback is. Listen to these guys. It's causing me to lose brain cells. Maurice, you see, I'm usually a pretty patient person. But at this point, I just kind of move off of these guys quick. I don't got to listen to a lot of what they say. Mary Kay hopped off the ride this week. Facts. She said, y'all been lying to me. I'm at y'all neck. Jason Lloyd is scum. Facts. He never has an opinion. He just parrots what other people say. He is a microphone. This is Browns Film Breakdown. A lot of people give him credit for breaking down film. This show, this podcast he did right here, one day ago, they're going to say how they really feel. They can't hold it in any longer.
Nuts. His drop is slow, and then it
Why?
doesn't feel like I don't know, man. His drop is slow, and like
it's very slow.
And I don't know if this is again like contributed to Big 12 defenses, spread out fields, a lot of time deep. And obviously the Colorado offensive line wasn't very good, but like you get to deep drops and then you can kind of create back there and do.
All right. So just that criticism they had of Shedeur Sanders. Do y'all remember when I showed y'all he couldn't even say anything bad about Dillon Gabriel? And he was saying, oh, I'm just over it. He would not say anything bad about Dillon Gabriel, even though I've been showing y'all Dillon Gabriel footwork has been good. Dillon Gabriel's accuracy hasn't been there. Shedeur plays a half with no reps. And the first thing he says is, man, his drop back is slow. He's not seeing it. Maybe it's Big 12. Defenses is the reason. His offensive line wasn't good. You got all these criticisms of Shedeur after 2 quarters of football. And you had none of this smoke for Dillon Gabriel. After you had Dan Lanning on your podcast this offseason. Coincidence? What QB that left Cleveland has asked to come back? Flacco is an exception. Flacco was on his last legs in the NFL. That's why he asked to come back. This mess is bigger. Let me get you up here. This mess is bigger than football. Keep Shedeur Sanders in your prayers. It's hard in these streets. Thanks for reporting with integrity, my brothers. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He's been on the fence this whole time, waited 5 weeks to be critical. Facts, Zedric. That's a fact. And he's going to Shedeur this hard. I'm not going to no, it's not a coincidence. I don't know what that means, but I would not use all caps again. It's all good. I got you. I got you.
Do some of that. The NFL, you can't do that.
No.
And he had some moment. I think what I would say is, as somebody who's been around quarterbacks a long time, I understand things that drive coaches crazy. And I do think there's some of that in his game right now, while also recognizing he can make throws that Dillon cannot make. Like there's just specific throws he can make, Dillon can't make. I think some of the larger fundamental pieces of position Dillon has a better grasp for, even though the accuracy is nowhere near where it needs to be. Obviously, the downfield throwing leaves a lot to be desired. From what does this guy do to sort of facilitate us offensively? I understand.
All right, that's enough. I can't listen no more. Y'all been here every single Wednesday. Y'all have seen how we've been looking at Dillon Gabriel's fundamentals. After a half of football, he's saying Shedeur's fundamentals are bad. Guess what, y'all? We got the tape. We just going to watch the tape. We're going to see if the tape says his fundamentals are bad or if they're not. And then also, you have to put in perspective, this is no reps code walking into the game. So I find it funny you dance around it with Dillon Gabriel and you come right out. And you want to go with Shedeur. Okay. Making 50-minute videos about 30 minutes of play is nasty. You see it, Zedric. And then throw that thing behind the paywall. The only time I can understand when people put the All-22 behind the paywall is because sometimes when I play the All-22, I get a content copyright, meaning I won't get the monetization from that video, so based on views. But they just do it, and they already started to do it there. They put it behind a paywall. Shedeur had to perform on Sunday, no excuses. I'm not making any excuses. What I'm doing is I'm showing you that people are being overly critical of Shedeur, way more critical than they were of Dillon Gabriel, when Shedeur has not been put in a position to have any level of success in the half that he just played. If his fundamentals are bad, ask the question, what have they done to develop him? They are paid to develop. Talk to him. These pale dudes be all over the place with their takes. That is a fact. They're also going to say at the end of this, I'm not going to subject to y'all to it because it's too much listening to them. They're going to say, if Shedeur is not the starter going into next year, get rid of Shedeur. He's not worth it. So really, they want Shedeur going from Cleveland. And instead of just saying, instead of just saying, I don't want Shedeur here, they try to make all these fake reasons and then say, well, get him out of here. When really, they didn't want Shedeur here. They don't want Shedeur here. There's two types of people. When I showed y'all that clip from Nick Saban, he said there are mediocre people who hate overachievers, and there's overachievers who hate mediocre people. Mediocre people just want to go through their day without any pressure. Shedeur Sanders being on the Browns is pressure for everybody to step their game up. They would rather be under the radar, get their 200 views with nobody watching and no criticism and nobody holding them accountable for what they say. Me, give me the 10,000 views and hold me accountable, and then on my end, I got to step my game up and be better. That's what it is. That's all it is, y'all. That's all it is. Charmaine bouncing back. Charmaine bouncing back.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Everybody put Charmaine in the chat. She bounced back. Everybody put Charmaine in the chat. All them Shedeur Sanders haters, terrible. But whack Jay Whitlock and fake Coach JB is the worst. Facts. Coach JB, it was a big thing on X because he said you can't beat cover 4, and then everybody broke down how to beat cover 4. Everything in football is give or take. You take away this, you give this. It's no system in football that can't be beat. So if a person says you can't beat a system in football, they're lying to you. All right, that's enough of these guys. We're going to move on. They just don't want Shedeur here. Let's go. Now we got Jay Gruden.
Shedeur Sanders, you weren't here yesterday, but most of the response was...
So I've been showing y'all Jay Gruden. Week to week, I've been showing y'all Jay Gruden. And the reason why I've been showing y'all Jay Gruden is because I saw something. I saw a person who was willing to change his opinion as he got new information. I know some people wanted to write off Jay Gruden right away. They wanted to say, nah, I don't rock with Jay Gruden. But I saw he was willing to change his opinion. Let's see how he viewed Shedeur playing. And then after this, we got the film coming up.
Encouraged by his performance, getting thrown into the fire on Sunday. So, Coach, I want to know how you feel. What did you see from Shedeur's debut?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not in the excuse business. I don't want to hear anybody say he didn't get any reps. They don't know the snap count. That's pro football. That's the way it's got to be sometimes. That's just the way it is. All right. This isn't a movie. This isn't Rudy. We're not going to carry it off on our shoulders. All right. You got to go out and perform. I don't think Shedeur, I don't think Dion, they don't want your excuses for their kid. They don't need them.
Yeah.
That being said, he had 3 really bad plays out of the whole game. And not really, really bad. The first one was on a naked pin where he didn't stretch the defense and he threw it right now and Kyle Hamilton almost picked it. Remember that? That was a bad play. That's easily coached. You got to get more width and depth, stretch the defense, look for your low cross, and get to the late down flat late. It's called late down flat for lazy. We get to it late. Do it too early. Next one was on the pick. He had pressure on his face. We'll talk about pressure later on. He should have taken the immediate quick out in the flat instead of trying to push it to Jerry Jeudy. I saw what he saw. The corner had his shoulder.
They don't know what they want, CA. They don't know what they want. Been around QBs, what's qualifications? Yeah, I just know him as breaking down film. I don't know what his background is.
Shoulders open. He thought Jeudy would cross face. Jerry fell down or did something. A terrible route by Jerry. Sat down. I don't know what the hell he's doing. That's an honest mistake. But however, if you're coaching a quarterback, you say it's 3rd down and 10. You don't have to force it to the deeper throw all the time. Let your receivers underneath make a play, get the first down.
Yeah.
And then the last one was 3rd and 10 at the end of the game. They had an out route and a go route. Jerry Judy's wide open on the out route. He tried to throw the go ball to Gabe Lavardian. He's 5'8".
Gage, get his name right.
You got to know your matchups, right?
Get his name right.
Throw a go ball to a 5'8" receiver. He's probably throw it to him in scout team, and that's his boy. Let's give him a shot. Take the out route. Let's move the chains.
Was the accuracy of the ball good though? Did he?
That was a good ball. That was a good ball. But
Yeah,
we're not throwing it to Gabe Lavardian on 3rd and 10 with the game on the line. All right, let's throw the out route for the completion and move the chains. All right, that's 3.
Why was Gage Lavardian in the game to start with? That's like we couldn't.
let's not throw the ball
He's an undrafted rookie, okay?
But still, it was a good ball.
He get a check on Wednesdays too, so okay.
Yeah, you always say he's in the league, he's in the NFL.
With that being said, that's only 3. He was in 3rd and 8th to 10 at least 8 times. That's not good for a young quarterback. The pass protection was awful. He had no chance on 85% of the play. He had no chance. He had a good scramble for a first down. He had another good scramble. He did some good things. The second play of the game where he threw the check down, over the ball for a gain of 8, they ran the same exact, this is why reps matter. Ran the same exact play later on with the dagger and the post over the top. He rips the dagger for a gain of 22 yards.
He did.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Same exact play. You can watch how repetition, okay, I got the same play. You know, I could have maybe pushed the dagger. You're looking at the tape. Let's call it again. If they suck up a little bit, I'll throw the dagger. That's what he did. There's a lot of good that he did. I think the poise, I think he looked good. He's got to do a little bit better with ball security in the pocket when pressure comes. He's got the ball hanging down too low. He's going to get that ripped out of there pretty soon. But to only have 3 bad plays in the situations that he was forced to play in, the 3rd and 8s, the 3rd and 10s, the running game, they run a weak Charlie, and they're not blocking anybody, so they're in 2nd and 10. First drive, they got a holding call. They're in 2nd and 18, 3rd and 10. It's a very tough situation. You know, not very many good quarterbacks could succeed. Experienced quarterbacks that play 30 years would have succeeded in those situations with those looks and that pressure on him in that game. Joe Montana could have come out of retirement and had no chance with what he was given in that game. So I am encouraged. I think sometimes it's good to get your feet wet. Now the team's going to get to know him. They can hopefully game plan for him. It's still going to be hard, though.
It is, of course.
The blueprint's out there. He doesn't run very good. They're going to blitz him. They're going to get after him. They see that offensive line. There's a lot of weaknesses. Conklin's got a bad ankle. Cam Robinson's got a bad foot, whatever it is. If those guys are hurt, Kevin Stefanski, they got to do a good job of calling plays and get Junkins in. And Junkins, God, he's got to learn how to pass protect. My God.
He does it all.
He got to run through. So they got a lot of issues offensively. It's going to be very important to try to get them outside the pocket a little bit, get the running game going, get some quick game going. But the problem is at receiver, they try to run a quick game. They ran 200 jet Omaha, which we call all the time a little out route and 2 sticks, right? The DBs didn't even back up. They didn't even back up.
Not threatening.
Yeah. So
scared of nothing over there.
If you got no quick game, the DBs aren't backing up. It's going to be harder. They got to push the ball down the field, but
back them up.
I just think that there's a lot of narrative on this kid. He's came in there in a really, really tough situation. We know about the reps, but that's what backup quarterbacks are forced to do from hell. We had to play with Josh Johnson one year. He came in on a Wednesday, started on a Sunday. So it happens.
Yeah.
Cat
Daddy.
Josh,
that's my guy, man.
That's what pro football's about.
Hey.
So let's eliminate the excuses. Let's watch this kid develop right before our own eyes. Hopefully they come in with a good game plan, and hopefully continue to progress. But it will be difficult, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard.
Okay.
Well, now
is
he's got
it
the
fair
whole
to
week.
say you were slightly encouraged by some things you saw?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. There y'all have it. So he said Shedeur had 3 bad plays. He said he had 3 bad plays. 3 bad plays. He gave a fair assessment. He talked about the reps. He talked about it was a tough task for him. He talked about the offensive line. He talked about the receivers. He talked about the defense not being threatened deep. He talked about all of those things. That was a fair assessment. Do y'all find it funny that we're getting the most fair assessment of Shedeur from people who weren't the biggest Shedeur fans? Colin Cowherd, I showed y'all him. Y'all was ready, like, oh, I don't rock with him no more. He gave a fair assessment of Shedeur. Jay Gruden, why everybody calling for Shedeur? He was saying that 3 weeks ago. Now he's saying he was encouraged, and he also said that he can see some things that he likes there. This is fair. Nobody said Shedeur was perfect. But to say that is nothing good from Shedeur, that's just disingenuous. Big time. So let me get to some of your comments. Let's go. GG, I can go with this analysis. Yes, because he's at. Do you know what you hear? You hear somebody who broke down every single snap and they watched it, took notes, and he was prepared. Latanya, what has Stefanski been doing to make the offensive line better? Why do they have all these issues? Stefanski is allegedly an offensive-minded coach. Thank you for that. Allegedly. He is allegedly an offensive-minded coach. Kevin Stefanski, his scheme is not good. He doesn't protect his players. I'll say that. They are admitting they were wrong without admitting it. Yep, because now you just go to football. Now you just go to football. D, why are they blitzing Shedeur and not GG? Nita J, this is a very great question. They don't believe Dillon Gabriel can beat them from the pocket. They don't believe it. So they don't have to send extra resources. When Dillon Gabriel's in the game, you don't have to send extra resources. We're going to watch it. Shedeur was pressured on 11 of his 16 dropbacks. When we get to Dillon Gabriel, it's specifically on third down, we're going to see that they are not blitzing at the same rate because they know they don't have to worry about Dillon Gabriel beating them from the pocket. I've been calling that out for the longest. Minnesota was not blitzing. The Steelers wasn't really blitzing. These teams have not been blitzing crazy when Dillon Gabriel's in. They're running New England. They were not blitzing. They're running very vanilla offense. The Jets, they weren't going too exotic. The most exotic thing that the Jets did was they disguised their cover 3. That's the most exotic thing they did, where I was like, dang, I know Dillon don't know what to do right there. But when it comes to blitzing, you blitz a guy to speed up a guy who you know can beat you. That's what it is. So that's a very good question, Nita. Gage Larvadan trained with Shedeur last summer in Texas. Yes, he did. I believe Boog set them up to work out together. They had Shedeur Sanders out there developing the rookies. To be honest, how many was elevated from his Hungry Dogs team? Really, the only ones he's throwing to is he's throwing to Gage Larvadan, who was getting in his game, and he's throwing to maybe Isaiah Bond a little bit. See, he just said reps matter. Switch up in the same take is crazy. I can't with these passive-aggressive people. It's funny. C.A. Anderson. Larvadan is how you pronounce his name. He is a dog like Shedeur. Said he's been catching for him since before training camp. Facts. Charmaine says she got that employee at a quarter money. Okay, talk to him, big money. Talk to him, big money. Gruden, like Mangini, will never be a coach again, unfortunately. Tell him, Skip, he was in there because they know the connection between him and Gage. Facts. I can respect his take. Some of these people get too nasty in the criticism, and that's when the pushback comes. Facts. Nobody's saying Shedeur is perfect. Coach's brother wants Cleveland's job, said he can win with Shedeur. Yep. I was trying to find the actual clip where he said that. I remember Nita was saying, watch the podcast with Colt McCoy and Jay Gruden on there. It was from months ago, so I started watching it, but I wasn't sure if it was something newer because it seems like they haven't put up a new podcast in a while. So I was definitely looking for it. C.A. Anderson, KC saying a failure in life. I can use that later on. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good line. That was a good one. So y'all see it. Asante, they seen what he's capable of. Facts. Running a base defense. Maurice, you are correct. They run a base defense against Dillon. They are not trying to disguise it. I called that out very fast. Very fast. It's almost time for us to get to the film. I need y'all to give me a quick break. I'll be right back. Give me about 45 seconds to a minute, and then we're going to break down this film, y'all. I'll be right back. We back. Let's get to this film. Let's get to it. No lineman out for injury. So that's a good sign too. That's a really good sign. Really good sign. Detroit Gemini. It's crazy. Hold on, let me make this a bit wider so I can see it. It's crazy, but the Ravens DC said they planned for Shedeur. They were prepared for him, but didn't prepare Shedeur for the Ravens. Big facts. Big facts. I saw that and I was like, that's what good teams do. Good teams prepare for any situation, not just the expected. They prepare for the unexpected as well. Let me get this up here. Let's swap this over so we can get to it. Let's get to the film. Let's get to the film. I got to switch this up, though. All right, let's turn this off for a second. Load it up. Load it up. Ivy League Mac, what's going on? Here we go. Let's load it up now. Let's load it up. Let's get it here. Here we go. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Anita had a great question asking why they didn't blitz Dillon Gabriel. We're going to see. Y'all are going to see the difference on how they blitz on third downs between the two guys. So you're going to see it's not as much with Dillon Gabriel, and it's way more with Shedeur when he comes into the game. One thing I think people are skipping past, they are skipping past the fact that Dillon Gabriel played in this game. They're skipping past that. So, Latanya, Larvadan, Caden Davis, and Luke Fourier were all elevated from the practice squad and also played with Shedeur throughout OTAs and rookie camp. They are part of the hungry dog Shedeur referred to. Oh, that's what's up. Caden Davis is who we threw the 2 touchdowns to in Carolina. And then Luke Floria is the one who he was rolling to his right versus Carolina, and he threw and he caught it with one hand. So that's a good look. That's a good look right there. That is a good look. All right, let's get it. We're going to go through the third downs. We're going to go through the third downs for Dillon Gabriel, and then we're going to get to every drop back from Shedeur, and we're going to see if it matches. Is it closer to what John Gruden said, or is it more of what Albert Breer, Jason Lloyd, and all the haters said? We're going to see. Do you think it's possible they expected Shedeur to start the game, which is why they prepared? Coach Prime knew Shedeur was going to play in that game. I did hear Coach Prime say that he thought he was going to play versus the Ravens. I just think good teams prepare for both of them, just in case. I think both teams, good teams, they get ready, they stay ready so they don't have to get ready. And the Browns are not a good team, so you see what they do. The Ravens knew Shedeur wasn't getting reps. That's why Harbaugh was blitzing every play, because he knew Shedeur could hurt them downfield. Asante, facts. All those old West Coast offense guys know what they are seeing in Shedeur. That's a fact. Just imagine, I've been doing more breakdowns of Sean McVay in the background, but we've been having just a lot of stuff going on, so I haven't been able to get to it on the live streams. But what you think Sean McVay would do with Shedeur? Like, come on now. With 69 yards completion, they talk as if it was only 22 yards more. Facts. Let them tell it. He had 1,000 yards and Shedeur had 50. Let them tell it. Let's get to it. This is the first third down from Dillon. Let's make sure it's right. 5 plays. All right, we got 5 third downs from Dillon Gabriel. 5 third downs we're going to get to. This is the first one. Let me get my drawing tool out. We're going to show both views of it as well. So we're going to show both views so y'all get a good look at it. All right. Y'all know what I like to do. I'm going to start the play. I'm going to pause it. We're going to identify if they're in man or if they're in zone. And then we're going to let the play from there. And then we're going to watch it from the end zone view. Oh, Shedeur speaking now? Hold up. Wait a minute. We got to pivot, y'all. We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot. Let's see what Shedeur talking about first. And then after that, we'll go back to the film. It's going to be a little bit longer of a stream today, so hope y'all riding with me the whole time. Zedric, shout out to you.
Around me to communicate and you know, the details with everything, so I'm fine.
How much of the support from your teammates has led to some confidence in this moment? How much have they kind of rallied around you from training camp to now to make you feel
This down. Let's go here. We get the volume for y'all.
I'll say the teammates are definitely a big portion of everything, but at the same time, they have their own jobs they have to do also. So I have to take that upon myself to know that I have the responsibility, you know, to bring this team a win on our side of the ball. So I got to do what's necessary to do that.
When you look at some of those blitz looks that the Ravens showed you in the second half, what do you think
Marie, you know it. You know it. Man, this volume is not loud.
I think it's some certain scenarios, you know, I could have been tighter, you know, with my footwork and anything, but when it comes from film study and from everything, there's a lot of things, you know, from that side, you know, I done well. And, you know, minus the couple things going into the game, of course, that I could change, but all that's about feel. You know, all that's about a different feel and about getting the reps and doing everything like that. So I'm excited and doing to the game as the time went on. You seen the comfort, you seen all that, you seen the juice behind it. So I know I could get to that place. So that moment was a moment of hope, you know, and I hope we all have.
You talked about how excited you're.
So much about how much of a comfort level you have with your hungry dog guys and how much you really love to throw those guys. Do you think that these guys will, the coaches will give you an opportunity to have some of your comfort hungry dogs?
See, I ain't got that much motion here yet. You know, I don't have that much motion here yet. I got to win some games. I got to do what I got to do to be able to make some requests. But right now, you know, I'm just excited to be on the field right now.
You talked about how excited.
Stefanski said sometimes he and you in the mornings go over the tape of the previous practice regularly. What do you get out of those sessions, the one-on-ones with Kevin?
I gained a lot knowing, going through the checklist, going through the reads and all that. But look, all that stuff changes whenever you're in a real game. Like, honestly, like, it feels way different. I don't know. Hungry Dog's cool, but it's not like the real thing. You know what I mean? So, like, that keeps you, you know, mentally, so you don't go out there and be a disaster. But I don't think I think it's cool. I don't know if it genuinely prepares you to go out there in the actual game, you know, and be able to dominate, you know.
You talked about how excited you were coming out the field Sunday, just getting your first NFL reps.
Well, I was excited after, you know, after I already thought about, like, dang, we really just lost that game. Like, it could have been so close, you know.
Right.
Could have been small details that we've done different to be able to win that game. So,
But so what do you think the emotion's going to be going out to take that first snap in Vegas on Sunday?
I think it's everything we all think. I think it's gonna be exciting. I know a lot of y'all gonna be there. I know you can't miss it. You cannot miss this moment. It'll be definitely exciting. We going out there with a purpose, going out there mentally ready, no distractions, no anything, and you know, I'll be excited.
Your offensive line.
We're gonna do Chris and then one more.
Just getting comfortable with your offensive line. How important is that, and how much does getting those live reps, just going into this game, just having to have behind that offensive line, how much is that going to help you and them?
With the offensive line, you got to just be able to feel. You got to know the different things, you know, how to manipulate the pocket and stuff. So I think in the Hungry Dogs aspect, I'm an expert in that environment, you know. But with our guys, I got to still figure. We all have to feel each other and figure each other out. So that's the main thing. Doing what we need to do to make each other comfortable.
Mary Kay.
We'll do two more after this.
How much has it helped you to run sometimes the scouts and go against like a Myles Garrett and a Denzel Ward and a Mason Graham and Collins and those guys? How much has that helped you so far this year?
Help me in what way?
Just get ready to go against like Max Crosby and the things that you're going to face on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, we have a great defense. We have one of the best defense, if not the best defense in the league. But I don't know if that directly translates to – I don't know if that directly translates that. Because you're getting a card and you're just going out there just being free. You know, like it's a total different – it's a total different thing.
Shedeur,
But also you do – the speed and all that stuff, you know, it's similar. But, you know, like if a regular season game and what people say like a playoff game in a Super Bowl is a little bit faster. So – whether it's in practice in the game, it's going to be like a tenth faster, you know. So,
Shedeur, you'll now be the 42nd starting quarterback since the Browns came back.
Hey, that's a good number.
That's
ironic. That's crazy.
Franchise that has been starved for a franchise QB. What would be your message to the fans, kind of going into this game as you kind of start, you know, your NFL career really for the first time starting?
Well, I know our fans have hope, you know, and I'm the one that what'd you say? Yeah. For instance, I know our fans have a lot of expectations and hope, and I would be doing a disservice to myself and disservice to the organization if I didn't feel like I am the guy. I did everything I need to. I'm doing everything I need to prepare to be the best version of myself as possible. With the circumstances, everything got to be sped up, and that's great. You know, I like pressure in life. I'm just excited for everything. So, you know, I feel like I'm the guy. I know I'm the guy, but, you know, you just have to be able to see. The game got to speak.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
So they were chomping at the bit to ask him more questions. His energy is so contagious. Just his excitement for the opportunity he's about to get. He is not down on himself. He knows some things he could do better, but he just upbeat and in great spirits. So you always gotta appreciate that. Shout out to Marie.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Marie. D, you working today. Fire content as always. Hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell y'all one quick thing that I've learned when it comes to anything that successful people do. You have to be willing to pivot and change course as needed. So just locking in and only doing things one way, you can miss opportunities. We wouldn't have listened to Stefanski. We wouldn't have listened to Shedeur. You got to be able to pivot, and that's what I'm always doing. I'm always maintaining the ability to be flexible. So that's all. We'll just stop, switch, go to this, and come back to this, and get back to it. So I appreciate y'all just for y'all noticing it, and then also y'all enjoying it, and as always, y'all always being here with me. So definitely appreciate y'all. All right, let's get to the film. DG looks all beat down at the podium. Shedeur brings new energy. Yes. Just him speaking gives you optimism. It gives you hope. It gives you a belief, and the belief he has in himself. It gives you more energy to want to watch the games and get ready and get prepared for it. So just great energy. That's one thing you can never take away from Shedeur. Can never take away his energy. His energy is infectious, and you can see the team even clowning in the background. When Kevin's there, when DG's speaking, you don't hear that energy, but y'all hear that energy today. Y'all hear it today. So let's get to it. This is 3rd and 7. This is from Dillon Gabriel. Let me get my thing back up here so we can draw on the screen, because we're going to hit this film, and I want you to believe yourself. Don't believe what the people said about the film. Don't even believe me. The Shedeur effect, Vegas is going to be lit. All the stars will be there, including Tom Brady. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, let's get it. 3rd and 7. Let's see what DG does. I'm going to pause it right away to try to identify the coverage, and then we're going to play it through. This is looking like zone to me so far. Post snap, y'all see is zone coverage. Everybody has their eyes towards the quarterback, looking at the quarterback, looking at the quarterback. And here they're still looking at the quarterback. Those are traits of zone coverage. Let's see what we get. Dillon Gabriel checks it down. Let's play this back. He checks it down. Let's see if he had any opportunities there. Now that we know his zone coverage, let's see if he had anything available besides the safe throw that he made to Harold Fenner. Let's look at it. Jerome Ford motions back in the backfield. All right, here. I spy something. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man, y'all. Okay, so I want y'all to see this distance from the closest defenders and how much space is here. And he went for the check down. We're gonna see he had Cedric Tillman right at the 1 yard line with space if he has anticipation. So he had an opportunity there. When they say it's no answers, I always push back on that. Let's see, when did he look down? He never looked over there. He never looked over there. Let me check one more thing. In this offense, is the center calling the blocking schemes? I would have to go back and listen to the TV copy to see who's calling it. I've seen this stuff go around where they're saying Shedeur is pointing out the mic. But I've seen teams where the quarterback will call out the mic and the offensive lineman will point out the mic. So I would have to listen to the TV copy to see who's calling it out last. It's a little bit of a give and take, though, because he looked congested in the pocket. Yeah, I think I got to see the end zone view to see if he had an opportunity there. That's why I'm playing it back, just to kind of see where everybody was at on the field before I come to that full criticism of it. All right, so they only sent 4. They sent 4. He's looking left. It looks like he's looking at Jerry Jeudy at this point. So his eyes are facing this way. That looks like where he's looking. The 101. Excuse me, the 101 to Jerry Jeudy. Let's play it. And then he just went across the middle of the field and threw it. To me, my first glance, it looked like he had an opportunity to right. Let's see from the next angle. Yeah, it's a trend of his not to really look right. Now let's see from the end zone, because this is going to tell us if he had the opportunity or not. This is the view you need to see, because now we can actually see his eyes. All right. He initially looked at Jerry Jeudy. Then he looked back to the middle of the field. He never looked to the right. And from this view, that's a pocket where he can make that throw to the right. There was an opportunity there. He doesn't feel as comfortable looking to the right. He doesn't feel as comfortable. Because from the side view, it looks like, man, the pocket is crumbling around him. When we go back to this view, opportunity is there to be had. So let's play it one more time through. I'm going to play it slow this time. We're going to play it one more time through, a little bit slower, so you can see opportunity is there. It's just, it doesn't seem like he's comfortable with it. Feels more comfortable looking left. That's what it is. It looked like a messy pocket. This is 3rd and 18. Whatever you get on 3rd and 18, it is what it is. Let's not forget, against all odds, 3rd and 10 completion. You have to explain more what you mean, because that could be sarcastic. That could be serious. You got to explain more. Courting it. All right, 3rd and 18 here. This easy looks like a zone. They're playing very deep. Browns run a screen with them playing off. So this is not bad. It started 18. Not expecting the world here. The 41 made a play there. 3rd and 18. Not much you could do. Oh, Josina Anderson posted it. Got you. All right, this is 3rd and 6 from the 6-yard line. I believe this is when the Browns got the ball after this had to be the interception, I think. I like that the other wide receiver were elevated. That's what's going to make Jerry Jeudy step his game up. Facts. Got to put pressure on him. Got to put pressure on him. Hold on. This is too loud in my ear. Let's take this down some. All right. We're going to pause it right away to see if this is zone or man. This is zone. This is zone right here. Kind of looks like a cover 2, but they don't have to drop in the flats. Looks like they don't have to drop in the flats here because there's nobody here. And he doesn't really have to drop in the flats. Nobody there. So let's play it out and see what he gets. Yeah, Maya, the defense knows he doesn't look to his right. Okay. He scrambles. Just trying to make a play, but let's rewind it back and see if he had anything early. Now that we identified his zone coverage, they bring Harold Fannin in. Let's see what they're trying to accomplish there. They show blitz and bail out. I don't like this route combination here. So he probably would have had an opportunity if. All right. So if he's going here, if he's going here to the back pylon and Jeudy is going here, I think that'll probably work better because then you can kind of high low to the sideline with a safer throw. I want to see a better play call there. All right, 3rd and 5. All right, this is 3rd and 5. This looks more like zone. It looks like they're going to drop out into zone. And the reason why is because right here towards the bottom of the screen, you got 3 Browns with 1 defender stacked over them. So my guess is they're going to drop out into a zone to help that one guy out who's on the island. I'll give Dillon some credit because he makes the offensive line look a little bit better by getting the ball out quick. Also, he was playing before the offensive line. 2 tackles got injured, so it's going to look a little bit different there too. Let's play this out. Also, I don't think he converted any 3rd downs. So you know his zone at this point. You know they bailing out. 3 guys to this side, they're bailing out. Bail out. All right, so you know his zone. They bail out up under it. He scrambles. Now here, this is another one on play calling. I want to see the Browns get to some quick bubble screens off of this. I want to see them get to some quick bubble screens. So I want to, because these 2 guys got to bail out to get to their zone spots. I want to see you get to snap the ball, bubble screen. I would like him to be maybe here, and I would like this to be a bubble screen to the outside because that's more yardage that they got to cover to get out there, and these guys can seal off, and you got 1-on-1 going up the field. So I want to see more bubble screens when they show this. All right, we gonna stay focused on what we doing. We gonna stay focused on what we doing. We ain't gonna jump all around. All right, let's play it back. You said he had Isaiah Bond here. Let's look. Isaiah Bond's to the bottom of the screen. It's way too late. I don't think he had Isaiah Bond there because you want to look. So remember, this is most likely a 5-step drop based on the longer routes they're running. Yeah, this wasn't a 3-step drop. This is his only short. This is his only short opportunity is right here, and he's sitting right under it. And it's a guy here, so anything he throws, this guy is facing it. He can see it, and you got a guy here. So I don't like this play call. I don't like this play call. I don't like that. Soon as he came out of his drop, he had Isaiah Bond for a second. You got to look at it though. This DB is in perfect position. It's also a play where they did this versus Shedeur. They are baiting these quarterbacks. Now, I'm going to show you what they're doing. Look right here. Right here, you're saying he has Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond's route is not a short route. Now, if Isaiah Bond's route was to come back here, then maybe you had me. If his route was to come out here, maybe you had me. But the route Isaiah Bond is running, he's still going. Isaiah Bond's route is more of a clear out route. That's more of a clear out route to get him something behind it. So it wasn't, to me, it didn't look like he was even supposed to throw to Isaiah Bond. It didn't look like he was supposed to throw to him. Let's look at it. All right, now look. In this situation, you have Judy. He's going to be here. You have this play coming out, and you have him clearing it out. So his job is to make sure this guy goes deep so he can come behind it and throw here. But this defender recognizes he took away Judy, and then he just drops it back under it. So they take away. That's why I say I don't like the play. The defense won this rep based on the play call. Courtney, I don't know what your intentions are, but we're not going to get distracted. If you want to go watch somebody else, go watch them. Like, I don't beg people to be here. I want volunteers. You don't gotta be here. So the opportunity is not there. Isaiah Bond, that's why Isaiah Bond never looks for the ball. That's why he never looks for the ball. This is a clear out route. The Ravens defense won this play. They won this play. All right, this is 3rd and 5. This is 3rd and 5. I believe this is the last one where he's actually going to throw the ball. Yeah, this is the last one he's going to throw the ball. To me, this could be man, but we're going to see. We're going to pause it right away. Looks like man, and it's man. This is man. He's looking. Let's let it play. Then we're going to wind it back. Bad throw. Let's wind it back. So, Maya, you see it. It's a distraction. So when you see a distraction, you identify a distraction, you just keep it moving. So right here, they show man, an accurate throw. He probably could have got a first down here. It wasn't an accurate throw. Whoops. Let me make this better for y'all. My bad. Make it a little bit better for y'all. So the opportunity is there. The opportunity is there. This is Harold Fannon's. I think that's Harold Fannin. This is Harold Fannin all the way. He just can't make an accurate throw. Can't make an accurate throw to the outside to the right. Cedric Tillman wide open. Let's go back to it. Nah. Cedric Tillman not open, man. Cedric Tillman not open. That's way too long. It's for him to get open, that's way too long. The ball got to be out. The ball got to be out. You're going to see from the other angle if he had an opportunity to throw it. Because he even got touched up on that play. All right, let's go back to the play. Let's get my drawn two back up. All right, so watch from this angle. Watch it from this angle and see if Cedric Tillman is an option. This is where you're gonna see if Cedric Tillman is an option. Yeah. Cedric Tillman not an option. This safety right here, number 12, is robbing anything across the middle. Anything across the middle, he's robbing it. He's robbing it. So that would have been an interception. That would have been an easy interception. All right. Top of his drop. He's at his drop. Look what's happening when he's at his drop. If he throws this ball to Cedric Tillman, this is an interception. He made the right read. To me, I don't know if he's physically possible of making that throw. He made the right read. You're not throwing nothing to Cedric Tillman. This is Cedric Tillman right here. You got a defender who can undercut it, and then if he tries to lead him, wherever he tries to lead him, that defender can take it away. Cedric Tillman is not an option on this play. Not an option. That's all it was. He didn't make a good throw. Those are his third down. So people want to forget the fact that Dillon Gabriel wasn't able to move the ball on third down. But he wasn't. So we got to see him on third down. Now let's get to Shedeur. We have, how many plays we got? We got 21 plays. Let me take away Shedeur's running plays. Nah. All right, Jeffrey. This the question I have. Do you think Shedeur should have threw the ball to Jerry Jeudy on that 3rd and 5 at the end of the game? Or do you like the throw that he made to Gage Larvadain? That's the question I got for you, Jerry. Or Jeffrey. I'm sorry. Jeffrey. Lex, what's going on? We don't need to see the running plays. Passing, make sure we got all of them. Okay, we do. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to identify the coverage. We're going to see what happens after that. 3rd and 5, I got somebody who ran a 6-yard route. It's a throw that I like to make that I feel comfortable with. I'm taking that over trying to make that throw in the middle of the field. All right, let's play it. Let's see what we got. Now, this is Shedeur. This is 1st and 10. I would have been fine either, but I would have preferred the Jerry Jeudy one. So, I like the way you said that, because then between those two, the riskier throw would be to Cedric Tillman. The throw where you look for the first down and get the first down and live to keep it going, then you would say you'd make the throw to Harold Fannin. Very similar situation. One is a big play. The other one gets you a first down. Because remember, it was only 3rd and 5. All right, we're going to pause it right away to identify the coverage, and then we're going to let it play out and break it down. Let me adjust this a little bit. Okay. That was a good run action play. You got these linebackers to bite down. Linebackers are biting down, so that's good. That's good. That's what you want to see on that style of play. Shedeur's going to be rolling out. This is zone coverage where it looks like Kyle Hamilton was taking man on his one guy. Shedeur makes a good throw to the outside to Cedric Tillman. Now from this angle, but Dillon needed to take more risks. That's why I said he should have fired that 70 mile per hour. I understand what you're saying. I think he needs to take more risks too. But take the risk when necessary. I think the best throw was to Gage, but the better, most calculated should have been to Jerry Jeudy. Jermaine, perfect way to say it. perfect way to say it. All right, we're gonna start looking at Shedeur's footwork. Talk to me about footwork. Let's look at his footwork on his first rollout. I like this play design right here. Getting Shedeur something comfortable early, first throw and play. Get the defense to bite down. They got to change direction. Good throw. He's rolling out. I got no problems. Great throw to me. I don't see any footwork issues. That's one play down. I'm not seeing the footwork issues. Let's get to the next play. Okay, we're going to pause it, post snap. See what coverage they're in. All right, this is zone coverage. Zone coverage identifiers are everybody's looking at the quarterback. Quarterback watcher. Quarterback watching. Oh, but he's rolling out. Remember, your feet not going to be set on the rollout. You got to get it out. So when I think the better time to judge a quarterback is when they just drop back and you determine footwork. If you get there and you throw a accurate pass on a rollout, I'm not going to be as heavy on the criticism on that. But I can understand why you would say that. Sanders did good for what he knew, what to do in the situation presented to him. I agree. I think Shedeur was more comfortable throwing to Gage. Shedeur remembered that interception. He thought Jerry Jeudy was cutting one way. He broke the other way. He said in his presser. That is a big fact, Marie. That's just timing and not knowing. He anticipated. If you notice, after that, he said, I'm not anticipating anymore because we're not on the same page. This week is going to be way better. I agree with that. This is 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. We identified that this is zone coverage. All right. We see him sit back, scan the field, throw the ball. This is where we can look at his footwork. Let's check out his footwork on this play. The footwork that everybody said was so bad. All right. He drops back, sets his feet, throws the ball. I'm not seeing what they told me I was supposed to see. Slow it down. He gets back, top of his drop, throws the ball. Yep. I think this was a good decision too. You get half of it back. 2nd and 15, you get half of it back. That's a good decision to me. Okay, this is 3rd and 8. I believe this is the very next play. We're going to pause it. We're going to see the coverage and see what happens. Look at this. I got to show you all this. Look at this, man. Look at this. How many times do we see the line look like that with Dillon Gabriel? We saw one time and they bailed out. Shedeur Sanders' footwork, that's why his arm strength is stronger than people thought it would be. Facts. I don't know why that was the thing that they tried to get on and say the footwork. And thanks for the shout out for my grandson on Sunday. He was happy to hear his name on the TV. Hey, I hope Josiah had a great birthday. Shout out to him. Shout out to your grandson, Josiah. Now, we just watched the 3rd downs. Ivy League Mac, that must be what it is. This is the first 3rd down Shedeur Sanders is in for, and we see what the Ravens did. We see what they did right away. Right away, they load up the line. All right, let's see if they bail out or if they bring the pressure. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the line. Yeah, 7 at the line. Let's see. They bail out. All right, they're going to bail out. And how many are they sending? They're sending 1, 2, 3, 4. They're sending 5. So a lot of people are saying he should have threw this right here. Let me show y'all here. A lot of people are saying he should have threw the ball right here to David Njoku. I don't know if it was as visible. We're going to see on the back view. He drops back because it looked like he wanted to throw it. He was either going to throw that pass here or he was going to go to Njoku. We're going to see from the back view if it was good or not. So let's see. Yeah, they were showing to a man. They were showing cover 0, and then they bailed out of it. Let me just play it one more time straight through for y'all. Let's play it straight through. Ever since Leroy Hoyt said something about his footwork, everyone now focus on his footwork. Yeah, it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. The Ravens made a good play here. Jerome Ford, y'all going to see it from the next angle. Jerome Ford gets blown up by Kyle Hamilton. Y'all going to see it. Okay. It looked like he is launching his ball to the outside for the first down. He has a guy here who is coming free. He got Kyle Hamilton coming here. Actually, let me do this. He has a guy here coming free. He has Kyle Hamilton coming here. So he wants to go to the outside, which was open, but he can't make that throw. It would get swatted down. So he protects the ball, pulls it down. Soon as he pulled it down, look what happened. I noticed that we played more out of shotgun with Shedeur, and it kind of looks like the Deshaun Watson playbook. Yeah, it was a hodgepodge of things. I think the play caller, Tommy Reese, was behind on the type of plays he wanted to call. Let me play this through one more time for y'all so y'all can see when everybody says, oh, throw it to Njoku, it's too much happening. His feet were set to throw to the outside, and people just wanted him to somehow reset his feet to throw it to David Njoku with two people bearing down on him. Let's watch it. Feet set for the outside. Once he set his feet and he couldn't make that throw outside, look what happened a second later. Look at that. So when people show the TV copy of this and they say, oh, look at David Njoku, you need to see it from this angle to see his foot was set to throw to the outside, which was open, but due to the blocking, he couldn't get there. He never had a chance to reset his feet to throw the ball. So this is where I think people are being disingenuous when they show the TV copies and they don't show this view because it tells a different story. Yeah, not many people can make that side-on throw to get it out. So that was a lot of criticism of him. A lot of people critique this play, and I'm like, man, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea. Okay. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Ravens look to be in a cover one. Let's see if they maintain cover one or if they do something else. All right. Yeah, that's a cover one. That's a cover one. Let's rewind it back. Because they manned up. They did it late, but they just manned up afterwards. And he tried to get it to Jerry Jeudy. Now let's look at the whole field and see if he has any other opportunities. This one he had time. He had time, but this play just doesn't give you much. This is so easy. If you notice, the defenders are sticking to guys. If he throws this outside, DB is driving on it. This was the best throw he could have made, but even then, I don't like this play. I don't like this play design at all. Made a great play on the ball because they know we don't got to worry about going deep. Data. Shedeur had less than 1.3 seconds to get rid of the throw. He needs 3 to 4 seconds. Yeah. Average time in the NFL, I believe, is about 2.7 seconds. Shedeur can make that throw, but not when his body is set outside. Man, I agree. Yeah, he didn't have a chance to reset to make the throw. Shedeur doesn't make a lot of sidearm throws, so that's what I was referencing. But when your body is set to the outside, that would have been a way messed up. That would have been a very, very messed up pass if he would have then tried to get it to David Njoku. It would have been, yeah. If you're noticing, I'm calling out the play calls even when Dillon Gabriel was in. Even when Dillon Gabriel's in, it's some play calls that I didn't like. It's some play calls here that I don't like. Let's let it play. He has time. That was his best option. He goes to his best one-on-one player. 3rd and 10. Okay. This is the interception play. Let's watch it. Let's watch it play out. Look at the line. Oh my goodness. Look at everybody up here, man. Look at look at this. Look at how many people. They got 7 at the line of scrimmage. 7. Okay, he's looking. So this is what he sees right here. This is what he's looking at. You got a DB face in. You got Jerry Jeudy look like he's turning outside. That's what he thinks is happening. He thinks the defender is turned inside. If I throw this outside, Jerry Jeudy should work to the ball. That's what he's thinking. This is him trying to anticipate the throw. Let's look at the outcome because he has a guy coming right down the middle. This is that infamous picture that everybody saw. Let's look. Okay. This is the infamous. We got 3 guys on one here. We got them doing the twist. We got Kyle Hamilton doing something crazy. Kyle Hamilton, I want y'all to see this. This is a crazy thing. I notice this a lot. Kyle Hamilton is going to run into an offensive lineman to throw it off so they can come around him. It's a crazy thing he's doing, but it is so smart. It is offensive line don't know what to do with it. He just ran into Wyatt, not Wyatt Teller, Joe Antonio's back so they can have a successful twist play to get right on Shedeur. Shedeur is anticipating. I don't know what Jerry Jeudy just floating. Jerry Jeudy just floating on that play. The Ravens needed that win bad. They were not going to let a rookie's first game make them look bad if they lost. That's a fact. They said, look, we just got to do whatever we got to do. 1st and 10. I'm not seeing the footwork issues that everybody is repeating. I'll just say that to y'all. I'm not seeing it. Okay. This is where I think Shedeur made a mistake as well. This is on that rollout. Kyle Hamilton is going to bait him right here. So Kyle Hamilton stuck his foot in the ground and pivoted to come back and almost make this play. Shedeur got to keep rolling this to the outside. Extend it as long as you can. Right here. Right here, he thinks Kyle Hamilton, which is right here, is going to follow him. If Shedeur keeps rolling out, he would have followed him. He didn't. He pivots, and he's going to undercut the throw because he knows how this play works. Undercut it. Boop. He dropped it. Shedeur got to keep extending that play. You'll see it from this angle. Got to keep extending this play out. Right here, he stopped. Shedeur kind of probably sees him out the corner of his eye, but once he stopped, this is Kyle Hamilton stopping. He knows the play is coming towards him. Shedeur is looking at the receiver and just not identifying where Kyle Hamilton is. Kyle Hamilton baited him. He baited him on that play. I don't think David was open. Let's look at David on the wide angle. Marie, super lazy take. All right, let's look at David Njoku on the play. I don't think he was as open. So what they were doing is he probably could have let him. Maybe he could have let him. But what you got to remember about this is you got to remember how the reads go. The reads on this play go short to long. They go short to long. So what that means is this is going to be your number 1 read most likely. This is probably going to be your number 2 read. David Njoku is going to be your number 3 read. So he's getting to him late. By the time he would get to that 3rd read, they covered it up. So this is a short to long play. They covered it up well. And also, a lot of this film, the Ravens are baiting these quarterbacks. to throw the ball, letting them believe something is open and it's not there. So they're showing their back to him, and then they're bailing out. Especially number 2 did that a lot this game. So I think Shedeur just needs to run this to the outside and run it because they covered it well. All right, no videos for what play? No videos for Shedeur scramble. Let's go to the next one. I don't know why they took that out. All right, this is a 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Pressure on pressure on pressure. So this looks like a cover 1 man. And let's see how many they put up at the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the line. Jeffrey, but you gotta know what the read is on the play. Remember, the way we see the play and what the read is on that play is always short to long. You're not gonna find anybody that says you read that play deep to short. You read that play short to long. He read it short. He should have extended it. By the time he got to the read, they were underneath the throw. That's a short to long read. I know we want the explosive plays, but you got to understand what happens. That's a short to long read. You heard Jay Gruden speak about it. Go find that play. Anybody running that play, when they break down that play, that is a short to long read. You start underneath, you work your way up. By the time he gets to that read, David Njoku is not open. My issue with that play is Shedeur should have kept rolling that out and just ran the ball. That's what he should have did. I know we want the explosive play, but that's not how you read that play. All right, this is a good disguise here. They're going to send some pressure up the middle. He spins out, look like he wants to throw the ball away. Just, it happened too fast for him. In this scenario, you almost just want to see Shedeur just kind of drop down once you can't get outside the tackle. Because he tried to get outside the tackle to throw it, tried to set his feet to get it back across the line of scrimmage, couldn't do it. Now, let's see where the tackle box is. How about just blocking for Shedeur? They know that the offensive line is not good at communication. So since they're not good at communication, they confuse them, and then the communication would have had to be better, and then Quinshon Judkins get beat on here too. But he has to get outside the tackle box, which is right here, to throw this ball away. Let me make a better line than that. To throw the ball away, he would have to be outside the tackle. I think that is the better. Now let's see if he can make it out. So quick on him. They own him. So he had been getting beat up the middle, so he tries to slide left to lean to left. I mean, he's trying to slide left to go left to Jerry Jeudy, but he's on him too quick. He tries to spin. He can't throw this ball away because he didn't make it outside the tackle box. He didn't make it outside the box. So this is one of those where it's a 3rd down, so he's trying to make a play. They're going to punt anyway, but just take the sack and they win that down. So some of this is, let me pause this. Some of this is the Ravens are winning downs and people are just not giving them credit for winning downs. All right, 1st and 10. This looks like man coverage. It is. That's going to be cover 1. They ran a good cover 1 beater. No, they didn't. I thought this was when Jerry Jeudy was going to beat him. Jerry Jeudy didn't beat his man. He tried to get to Quinshon Judkins late. If Jerry Jeudy runs his route flatter, then Jerry Jeudy would have been open on this play. Yeah, the interior of the line is just as bad as the tackles. I agree. So Jerry Jeudy running this way, he can be undercut. If Jerry Jeudy flattens this out and his guy has to chase, Shedeur would have been able to get it to him. Reps. The defense is just gonna win the down. When the defense wins the down, that's you gotta take what happens. All right, this is 3rd and 12, right around midfield. Zone coverage. This is 3 high shell. You got your 3 guys, 1, 2, and 3. They're saying you can't get behind me. Everybody looking at the quarterback. Let's clear this. Now we let it play out. We know Shedeur scrambled. Now, when people say Shedeur holds the ball, I wonder if they watch the film because I want y'all to see how long these routes are. Let's look at the routes. So David Njoku is a short route. He's short. This is a short route. The rest of these routes are all long routes, and they all going to end up in the middle of the field. Look where everybody end up at. Only option was a check down, which wasn't going to get you much. So then he's saying, you know what? If I scramble, I don't know if you, Jeffrey, are you seeing this guy glued to David Njoku? I don't know if you look at this. It's a guy that is attached to David Njoku's hip. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a guy right here. Okay. Let me show you. I'm gonna pause it so you can see the guy because David. It's a guy right here. Let me clear this up. He is not open. It's a Ravens player right here, directly next to David Njoku. David Njoku is not open. He's not open. He's not open. It's a guy right next to him. You can see it at the end of the play. There's a guy there the whole time. David Njoku is not open. He's not open. And all these routes are deep. These 2 guys, they end up together. It's 2 receivers here. It's a receiver here. David Njoku is here with a guy sitting next to him. You have Jerome Ford right here with a guy right here. And what Shedeur is thinking is, if you can block him, I can get the first down. David Njoku is not open on this play. He's not open. He's like, all right, just block him. That was the only option. Let's watch it from this view. It's a guy right with David Njoku from the beginning. So you see number 12. Number 12 is right there with David Njoku. From the other angle, maybe you didn't see him. He is guarding David Njoku the whole play. He is not open. He's not open. From the very beginning. It's not open. Watch number 12 bail out. He's right there with David Njoku. Determine if it's an opportunity there. And it's Jeffrey, it's no way. Okay. We got to agree to disagree. It's no way you throw a back shoulder throw there when David is sitting stationary. If David Njoku is moving, you can throw it to him, not stationary. We just got to agree to disagree. That would have been an easy interception if that DB takes off. Shedeur needs more 3-step drop passes to get the ball out quickly next game as part of their game plan. Facts. And what I want to see them do is I want to see them get the bubble screens. Keith, he wasn't open. I want to see them get the bubble screens. I want to see them attack the area where the defenders gotta. If you're gonna show cover 0 and then you're gonna go out into a cover 3 and these guys got zone responsibilities, I want to see you attack it from the beginning so you can beat them to the spot. That's what I want to see. All right, this is 1st and 10. Here we're seeing man again. They run a screen on 1st and 10. I don't like this play call. Watch how quick the Ravens identify it. Not fooled. Number 40 saw it from the beginning. He saw it from the very beginning. So look at this. This had no chance of working. Watch number 40 right here. Number 40 is just going to go up under. Let's see. Let me see. Let me know. Let me know if this is better. Let me know if this is better. I think what I'll have to do is just for copyright, I'll probably have to just in between plays pop in on the screen. But let me know if this is better for you. All right, let's go here. All right, so number 40 is going to read this from the very beginning. He's going to see it right here. He's going to see it, identify it, blow it up. It ain't going to be nothing there. Look at number 40. Sees it, no opportunity. It's because it was obvious that was probably going to be a screen call. That's obvious that that's probably what they were going to go to. You have to clear out the middle of the field. The dink and duck game is effective if you blitz. If the blitz and attack you, Dillon, they play back so we can get 2 yards consistently instead of 6 to 8 if you get over that first defender. That's a fact. That's a fact. You got to attack them when they're blitzing or even showing blitz to get them off of blitzing. It's what you got to do. So Wyatt is too slow for that. Yeah, Wyatt Teller and Joe Bitonio cannot get to the outside like they used to be able to. All right, here we have 2nd and 10. Definitely more play action. I agree with that. 2nd and 10 is here. Let me see. Let's set it there. Did Batoni miss his block? Let me go back to it for y'all. I think the defender read it and knew exactly what to do. Let me get it better on the screen for y'all. So this defender is already outside of the line. Number 40 is already outside of the line. And then from here, I think it's just an angles game. I think he can beat them to the spot. He can beat them to the spot. And I think that's what happened. So he's going to beat them to the spot. He sees it, beat him to the spot. He just beat him to it. We can't do play action when we abandon the run every game. I agree. You got to have that balance. So Wyatt Teller's responsibility, they got to, for this to work, you have to lead these guys to believe that they're beating you on the play. So you got to fake like you're pass blocking for something downfield. So he's got to stay there, fake it, and then when they get by, they got to make it outside. Number 40 just made a better play. He made a better play. He beat him to it. Wyatt Teller and Bitonio are not as fast as they used to be, but he just beat him to the spot. He beat him to the spot. And that goes to how predictable the Cleveland Browns offense is. When you were predictable, they could beat you to the spot like this. That's what they could do. This is 2nd and 10. We are seeing zone coverage. It's like zone on one side, man on the other. Wyatt, when he was 25, would have made that block. Oh, I agree. Yeah, when he was younger, he would definitely made it. To me, I thought this play was pass interference. I thought this was pass interference on this play. I hit Fannin, and I think this should have been pass interference. It looked like he got there early. Yeah, y'all got a good view of it. Yeah, he looked like he was there early. He threw a low to Fannin, so Fannin wouldn't be high going across the middle. We should see what play is this. This is intentional grounding. Let's pause it. He's at the top of his drop. Nobody open. Nobody to throw to. Nothing quick. All this is deep. Maurice, that's it. A lot of plays, you spin your fast guy on clear out routes to open it up behind it. That's what you do. So here, I mean, maybe up here to the top, but this is not much separation on this play. Maybe he could have got there, but look at how long these routes are. Look how long the routes are. Everybody is past the 30. Everybody past the 30 on their routes. So they are at the 20. Routes are past the 30. That means you're going to hold the ball longer. Maybe you could have tried Jerry Jeudy, but this is To make that throw to Jerry Jeudy, you need so much timing. Did he catch them? Oh, that's for Maurice. Another thing they did that's really smart, their linebackers got so much depth. They got so much depth on these plays that it's almost like you got two lines of people. So look at how deep. He never moved. I think this is Kyle Hamilton. He never moves. Look how deep this linebacker is. They can undercut anything that's happening. Yeah, that's why I said they would need so much timing to make that throw to Jerry Jeudy, and that was kind of the only one. Tool man. Perfect question. Perfect question. Where is the out guy, the release man? Perfect question. What is the answer that they gave Shedeur on this play? They didn't give him an answer. And the only answer he had was a super risky throw that you need perfect timing with because you had to throw it when Jerry Jeudy was still running to the outside shoulder. Besides that, there's no answer. They didn't give you an answer on the play. Is that on Shedeur or is that on the play call? That's on the play call right there. Oh, that was number 12. Look at what Kyle Hamilton did at the middle. Look at what he's going to do. Kyle Hamilton right here. He is going to run into this defender and set up the twist. Watch him set up this twist real good. He did this all game, and they couldn't figure it out. Watch number 14. And so now at the end of this, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind that throw. I don't mind the decision. I don't mind the decision to do what Shedeur did at the end there at all. All right. Shout out to Nita for getting me to switch that up. I think that's good. I gotta see if I get a copyright intent thing at the end. But if I don't get a copyright intent thing because I'm speaking over it, I'll go full screen when we doing the film breakdown. So it's a better experience for y'all. So y'all see it. Now we got to go back to the original question that I had before we start breaking it down. Was Shedeur's footwork bad? Or was this a combination of the play call and the Baltimore Ravens winning snaps? Or is this the reason why Shedeur was drafted in the 5th round? Like Albert Beer and Jason Lloyd want to say. Do y'all believe Shedeur got better as the game went on? Because I definitely do. I think he got better. I think he got more comfortable. Oh, no problem, Nita. He got more comfortable. And he started making the throws. The play calls got a little bit better. It's easy to pile on Shedeur if you don't watch it back. When y'all watched it back, I know y'all had a positive view of Shedeur already. But are you more excited after watching this? I don't know why people hate his spin move so much. I like it personally. Yeah, it's all about the speed of the defender. If the defender is running full speed, his spin move is lethal. Footwork was good. Nita, I agree. He definitely got better. The blocking got a little better too. Yep, because they knew they didn't have to block as long. They're like, we gonna give him some quick throws, quick decisions. All of a sudden, the same offensive linemen who are supposedly terrible, they look better. Yes, he definitely got better. Keith Hunt, absolutely better. I saw too many long development plays, no short options. Defense playing smart against him. Toolman, break it down good. There was enough to tell us it can look better with more time. Zedrick, I agree. He said there was no doubt in his mind they were going to score. He just needed his guys to do their part. We see it. When everybody is talking about this game, do you hear anybody talk about Jerry Jeudy dropping that pass? Harold Fannin dropping that pass? They only criticize his decision to throw it to Gage Larvidan, but they don't talk about the other things. So I came out of this way more encouraged. watching Shedeur. I seen Dillon make the same mistakes Shedeur did in his first NFL start. Facts. We all saw it. We all saw it. Facts. They hated on his spin move. That That MFR will work if it had to. Did it twice because more than one guard misses their block. Facts. Spiritual were exposed. So I came out of this encouraged. I watched the game again. I watched the tape again, and I was like, I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing. I'm not here like, oh man, this is all bad. I definitely was way more encouraged because I saw him get better in real time. I saw the play caller get better in real time. I was more encouraged when I was watching this. It's just positives jumping off the screen for me. So many positives. So if you are not more positive on this with no starts or anything, I think you're just looking to hate. And people could be mad at me and they could say, oh, you just caping for Shedeur, but I think people are just looking to hate. They're looking for a reason to hate. That's what I think. That's what I think. So it confirmed what we know about Albert Beer. It confirmed what we know about Jason Lloyd. It confirmed what we know about the other guys who said they don't want to cover Shedeur anymore. Y'all see it. We just broke it down. Let's get to these comments. Shedeur definitely got more comfortable as the game went on. Let me get this up here. It's moving a little fast. Let's do this. Let's make this. All right. It won't let me make it too big, but that's okay. Let's put it up here though. Put it up there. Shedeur definitely got more comfortable as the game went on. I'm always optimistic because Shedeur is in. I always feel like we have a chance to win. Talk to him. Even that busted coverage at the end, he missed a runner, had burst like he knew he had a chance on the other plays, didn't see the same hustle. It's totally different when you break down the film. Preposition, if 4th and 1, tush push, 89 receives the hike and runs it for a touchdown. If they did not sell and 89 looked chunky, therefore our convey will be different, or our convo will be different. Got you. I agree. It will be definitely different. I just wish that one of the quarterbacks will give David more one-on-one chances because David can make those catches. I agree. I think this is what I think about David Njoku and Harold Fanning. I think they are more excited about Harold Fanning, and there are times where Harold Fanning is getting the routes that David Njoku should be getting, and David Njoku could use his bigger frame against smaller defenders. They really got to tap into that. Jerry Jeudy has to catch those tough passes. I agree. Yes, absolutely. This is why Mary Kay was so excited about Shedeur on UCSS yesterday. Nita, you caught that? She's switching it up. She's switching up real time. I heard Jerry Jeudy say he looked more comfortable as the game went on. LaTanya, you seen it. We all seen it. He got more comfortable. I think that's why Jay Gruden wasn't as hard with either. I agree. D, do you have that DG gang tackle? Yeah, let's go to it. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a little. I think it's here. Yeah, I think this is the play. Let me get it set for y'all. Let me get it set. All right, let's take this down. And let's take this down. And let's put this here. I believe this is the play that you are speaking on, Keith. There. They just made that up and just gave him an attribute that we haven't seen from him. So that was the play you asked for. Let's get this down. Let's throw this up. Yeah, that was the play you asked for. You see it. They wasn't playing with him. Sabrina, I can hardly wait for Sunday. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited. All right, let's see this. Make this look a little bit better. There we go. That looks better. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited for this weekend. I think this is going to be a big weekend in sports. Spiritual War exposed. He literally looked like a professional NFL QB. What do you know? You give him some time. Look what he could be. Can't wait to see him versus Vegas. I agree. Do you have the play? Oh, Latanya, that was the play that Keith just asked for. That was the running play where he ran and they said his helmet hit the ground there. That was the play we just played. Vegas is a neutral stadium too. I agree. I know me either. I need to know how to watch it. I will pay for a subscription now to watch him. It might be Detroit Gemini. Check CBS Paramount. You may be able to do the CBS Paramount because they will show CBS Paramount will show they'll show the games. Yep. Yeah, that was the play. Latanya, that was the play we showed. Vegas has a habit of playing 2 quarters, and if you get behind, you got to put them away. If they keep it close, don't put them away. It will be a tough game. I agree. And Geno is known to throw interceptions. I expect a lot of 12 jerseys in Vegas. I agree with that. Jerry Jeudy, when using, he's twitchy. He can get open, but we don't use him that way often. Nope, we don't. How many drops did Harold Fannin have? I believe it was 2. I think it was 2. Let me see something real quick. Let's go. Let's get up some stats real quick for y'all. Let's get them stats up. Oh, yeah, because Gage caught the ball in preseason, right? Yeah, Gage was doing well in the preseason. Tua man didn't fool anyone. There's something with Hawaiian quarterback concussions. That's Tua. There's something to it. Welcome to the NFL. Facts. Dillon jumped right back up after that play. Was that the play? Yep, Latanya, that was the play. He has a very short stride. Yeah, he don't make it there far. What's up, Natalie? I'm off this Sunday. I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be big this weekend. Ray Lewis, my phone ringing. Ray Lewis had them a pep talk to get DG out of there. I still think it was a fake injury. It's suspicious. Marie, they said that it was Dillon Gabriel who self-reported it. It was Dillon Gabriel who said, "Hey, I ain't feeling good." So let me see if I can find this Harold Fannin real quick. I could tell y'all the app to watch the games for free. Hey, tap in with Spiritual War Exposed. He's saying it. I paid for it through Game Pass on Amazon Prime. The Browns needs to hire you to break down film. Why on the 4th and 5? You were the only content creator to notice. And Browns receiver was open for a potential touchdown. Because they're looking to confirm thoughts that they already had. They're not looking at the whole overall play. I'm looking at the whole overall play. Sunday will be electrified. I can't wait. I agree. Why are we using Isaiah Bond more than Jamari Thrash? That's what does not make sense to me. I think they want that threat of speed. So I think that's the reason. That's the only thing I can really come up with. That's the only thing I can come up with is they want the threat of speed. So that's my guess. Let's see if he. No, let's go to game log. Nita.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Everybody drop Nita in the chat. I took my 12 jerseys out last night. I have been waiting for this first start to wear them. Ordered them immediately after the draft before he had a number. Wrist up. Talk to him. Talk to him. Let me see. Where is his stats? I don't see any. Do this. Let me go full screen. Yeah, it's not showing any drops. But we definitely saw that one drop. He had. So I don't know why it's not showing any drops there. I'll post the website in the chat. Game day, where to watch for free. All right, Spiritual War. I'm going to change your permission so you can put a link in the chat. I got to do that before Sunday. I'll do it before Sunday. Shout out to Spiritual War. He's setting it up for y'all. I'm going to change your permission so you can put a link in the chat so it won't get blocked. Dillon had enough of that abuse. He said, 12, you got it. Dillon been ready to give up, in my opinion. Not saying he isn't hurt now. Talk to him. It don't take much to get concussed, so I'm going to give Dillon grace on this one. Hey, I understand it. Another good show, my friend. Film doesn't lie. Had more hope watching 12 than 8. Better decisions, better arm, better ball movement. Talk to him. Keep your eye on a few things this offseason because I can see us going after Tua, Kyle Murray, or Trevor Lawrence. Man, I don't want none of them. Jeffrey, I don't want none of them. Charmaine said it. I told y'all DG wanted Shedeur Sanders, and immediately he said, hey, you got it. You got it. It's your world. You got it. Hey, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I told y'all by the end of this stream, I wanted to make sure that y'all had the answers. I wanted to make sure that y'all were able to recognize what happened in this game. I wanted y'all to come up with an answer for yourself. Now, when you hear these people speak, you'll see why some of them, it's hard for me to listen to them for a long time. I can't even listen to Albert Beer speak. I can't listen to Jason Lloyd. I can't listen to these other people. They have an agenda. They are not saying things based on the film. That's why I went at Leroy Hoard so hard, because I said Leroy Hoard was making up stuff. I was like, Leroy Hoard is making up stuff that never happened. People went and started repeating it. We just watched the tape. We're going to watch the film. You're going to have the answers for yourself. Shedeur Sanders' footwork was not an issue in this game. The play calling was off. He had to get settled in. Once those things happened, he looked a lot better. So, hey, it's all good, Spiritual War. Spiritual War, we appreciate you being here. I'm gonna make sure I change your permission so you can put that in the chat come Sunday. Also, I'm doing a watch party for the Colorado Buffaloes Saturday night, 8 p.m. We'll be doing a watch party so y'all can watch the game on your TV. You can watch me on your phone. We're gonna enjoy this thing. It's going to be a watch party Saturday night, 8 p.m. Colorado. We're going back to back. Sunday, probably about 4:05. I'll be live for Shedeur's first start. Big weekend coming up. I'll be letting y'all know. It's going to be more times. We're going to be adding watch parties as big games happen in the college football season. We also will be live for the Browns. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Big things are going. Definitely a great show. Shout out to y'all for being here as always. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all Friday, 10:30 a.m. We'll be back at it. I appreciate y'all. Peace.